You're...
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the SEAL Podcast, episode number 153 for December the 2nd, 2022. My name is Fraser. I'm joined on my left by Dave.
Hello.
On my right by Neil.
Hello.
And oh my God, would you ruddy believe it? Bringing up the rear, it's our old friend Pilch.
I'm back, bitches.
Nice.
Good. Nice to see you, Pilch. You keeping well?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Had a few things to deal with. But, yeah, getting past it now. So thought I'd come and pester you, Herberts, for an evening.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
pester us you have before coming onto the show, and it's very welcome. It's nice to see you again, see your smiling face. And
Some classic pre-show banter today.
That's right. I think if we actually released the pre-show banter, we should start a Patreon of pre-show banter releases.
Oh.
People be like, what the fuck? These guys even like each other? All right. Well, without further ado, let's move on because we're probably going to have lots to cover today with an extra body too. Neil, football, all that sort of good stuff. We'll hand it over straight to you.
People are actually bothered about it, are they? Because it doesn't look like it, looking at the league table. Who's that at the top? Oh, it's me.
I don't know. Oh, is it you?
Yes, me. And Dave is second. My son is third. My wife is fourth. Look, I guess who's the only people actually giving a shit about this.
I'm going to let you into a little secret.
You're forcing them to force them.
Yeah, you see how I've dropped to fifth there?
Yes.
I've stopped caring.
Yeah, I know. I can tell because you had Neymar as captain for the last 2 games and he hasn't played.
Where am I? Because I haven't even looked at it once.
Well, you've got the strongest team in the league. Let's put it that way.
Oh, good. I'm at the bottom. Excellent. Thank you.
That's what you get when you pick all current and former Spurs players, I guess. It was inevitable, I thought. Especially when one of them didn't even start the first game. And the one guy who is a current Spurs player, you didn't even have. And he banged in 2 goals in that first game.
Yeah, so I told you I was going to have him. Then I didn't bother looking at it anymore.
Yes, my apologies for dropping off, Neil. Please don't take it to heart. It really is down to the game itself. I have not found it user friendly in the slightest. That being said, I actually did forget about it the last couple of days, but I think that's down to the fact that it just hasn't been fun to use. But that's
I've enjoyed myself because I'm winning. So there you go.
Yeah, I've been doing all right on it. So
exactly. Me and Dave have been like going toe to toe here. And,
well, this is good. This is the battle we all want to see.
Yeah, and
as a current reigning champion,
almost made you forget about the Premier League, which you'll come back down with a bump when you get back on.
Oh no, I'll be fine when we get that. I've got plans evolving for the Premier League. It's a long way to go in the Premier League one. There's a lot to go there. But yeah, so I'd actually got quite into the World Cup this week. Cause it's been a lot more exciting the last few games because it's got to the stage of the cup tournament where shit goes down basically, and like the last group games have been pretty eventful, I'd say, overall. So for people who don't really follow the World Cup, there's 4 teams in each group, so they play 3 games each, and the last game is all teams in the same group play at the same time because it's actually worked out that there is quite a lot at stake in the last games in quite a few of the groups this time around, which doesn't always happen. But yeah, it's led to some quite exciting moments. Bit of drama, bit of late drama in quite a few of the games, controversy, all good stuff.
Yeah, it's been good. My daughter's been off sick all week, so she's been here and she's got a first-class World Cup education.
Yeah,
she's not been listening to you, obviously.
Oh yes,
getting a proper education, not
telling her what's
what. Learning schools and stuff. Getting a proper usable information dump. Yeah,
something applicable in the real world.
This is what to talk about down the pub when you get older.
Yeah, it was good, but it was interesting. She they have no knowledge of football, but then once once I started to try and explain, the first day of on Monday when they were starting to see the final group rounds, I kept having to explain it like 2 or 3 times of them being in a group stage, and why they were fighting and who was going to go through and how it worked. And then it was the next stage where it was the knockout. And then the next day, Tuesday, explained it all again. And then by Wednesday, the penny was dropping and she was starting to sort of say, "Oh, Dad, are we going to watch this? Are we going to watch that? What's going on?" So that was nice to see. That's
I've been pretty
sure.
much watching it on my own. So occasionally, my son joins me to watch the game, but.
Yeah, I'd have thought your son would have been all over it.
He gets bored. He's on his phone looking at his fantasy team generally while he's playing. And then he gets bored and goes and plays with his mates on the Xbox. So, they don't appreciate things, these youngsters. It only comes around once every 4 years. You've got to make the most of it when it comes around, don't you? So.
Well, that's true. I haven't been able to. I can't bring myself to watch every game. Like, there's definitely.
It's a lot. Yeah.
It's a lot.
It calms
games.
right down though. I don't know. Like I say, the last few games have been pretty good.
Oh yeah, for sure. When there's something at stake, it's maybe worth having a watch. But there are definitely some games in there. Anyway, Canada are out. Canada are on the plane home. That's a bit of a shame, but.
They had the biggest, probably one. They didn't have the biggest shocker themselves, but in their group, some of the biggest shocks were occurring. I would say, the number 2 ranked team in the world were total shit, and only managed to beat Canada 1-0, and that was the only game they won, and they've gone home. Belgium.
Yeah.
Canada.
They were awful. Canada represents, as far as I'm concerned. Just to put this to bed. Canada did us proud over here.
Yeah, they played well. I thought they were plucky.
Yeah.
They gave it everything, and you certainly couldn't argue that they hadn't tried, because they definitely were playing above their level. I would say.
I think they are playing above their level. I don't think they're ever going to achieve much in the soccer world, but good for them for trying anyway. So.
Yeah, they were good to watch though. They were quite attacking, good to watch. Got an interesting manager. Is he a Yorkshireman or something, or I don't know.
Yeah, he's from North.
And he stirred it up with Croatia before he even started.
He
said he was gonna go. Baron von Glare in the chat says, but really, F Croatia. That's what he came out and said on the telly. So he literally said F Croatia. Like, obviously he said to his team, fuck Croatia. I guess we're gonna fuck Croatia. I think it was what he was telling his team after the first game. So yeah,
spoilers.
That went
spoilers. They did not.
No, but it was good. It was good. That's been some entertaining games involving. There's been a lot of upsets. But we've talked about that before. About maybe the time of year, whatever. And all
Germany, lol.
Germany out.
Yeah. Luis Suarez crying. Oh, what a shame.
Terrible.
Yeah, really feel for him. Not.
Cameroon beating Brazil.
I fell asleep watching that one this evening. I was fucked this evening. I'm really tired. I had a beer.
So we go to
just fell asleep.
We go to the round of 16 starting tomorrow. I think America play tomorrow.
Yeah, so unlimited transfers at the minute between now and the kickoff tomorrow in the first game. If you are still interested in playing.
Yeah.
So you can completely change the team.
Knocked out.
It's not that complicated. I know you old boys are struggling with the extra rules.
I think most of my players are still in, so I shall keep them.
Good.
None of them have scored anything. Sonny, nothing. Kane, nothing.
Son got an assist, I think, today, didn't he?
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. Well, I've had decent players. So most of them didn't play in the last round of games because they're all from like Brazil, Portugal, and stuff like that. So they just rested all their good players.
I had a really bad last day. Yeah.
Cheers, So yeah, I put in one player for this week and thought he'd done nothing. He was Mohamed Kudus for Ghana. He was having an all right game, and then he just looked like he couldn't be asked for about the last 10 minutes. I think he was just tired. But he won a penalty, so I got some points. I was that to make him captain because my other captain, Mbappe, only played about 10 minutes. Got 1 point. So
yeah, I had Mbappe as well.
There's been some cracking moments though this week. Messi missed a penalty. That was great because
Oh,
my
I
son
was
was giving it large when they got the penalty, and I was like, "That's never a fucking penalty." It was lame,
Yeah.
absolutely lame. And and then he missed, so I was having a good old bit of banter with my son there. That was good. But yeah, if the fantasy wise, it's only really about 4 teams playing, I think, out of the 10 we've got. Oh, I don't know, someone else, the lower ones are still chipping away.
You're in with a chance.
Indeed. Well,
can you taste it? Can you smell the victory already? Are you licking your lips?
I always do okay in the international competition ones, but especially when half the teams don't bother trying. But
Dave's going to beat you.
Okay, good. Good luck. I hope so. He's got to make up for being absolutely horrendous in the other one.
Oh, that's fighting talk.
What can I say? I actually
He's actually paid attention this time.
Yeah. No. Well, I was paying attention to the last one, but I was just to start with. I was just so poor. But I'll start going back into it after Christmas, I think.
Good stuff.
Okay.
So,
right. Is that enough football?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, let's move on. We got quite a bit of listener mail here that we need to get through. First off, we have from MS Rangers, our friend Mark. He says, I'm over in Budapest where I'm working on the Gran Turismo movie. We're moving 17 cars to fly to Dubai on Sunday for a 3-day shoot, then back again. Any exotic places you have had to visit due to work?
Cheshunt.
Yep.
That's pretty exotic.
Is that where the Tesco headquarters is?
It is. Well, it was when I went there. Welling
What
Garden
did you go
City.
there for?
There you go. Been to all the big places for Tesco.
All right.
It's a shame, really, because they do have some exotic places. They were in Thailand and things like that, but I never got to get there.
It's Lotus in Thailand, isn't it?
Something like that.
So, yeah.
I don't even know if we're over. I think they might have sold all their steaks everywhere apart from Poland, or maybe I don't know.
Just got chops left. All the steaks are gone.
Whee.
Anybody else travel for work anywhere?
Did
exotic?
you say clip that? Cut out then.
I haven't been out of the UK. I've been to London quite a few times, with work, staying in some really nice hotels and going up the Shard and stuff. But no, not exotic, not somewhere like Dubai or anywhere like that.
No.
You've been international for
cycle up to
work,
the top of the road.
You've got cycled up the road.
Cycle up to the top of the road. That's as far as my work takes me.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, but you've done loads of stuff. What about when you was doing the banana job? Did you not get to go to the Caribbean or something?
What, for like 4 days I did that. No, they used to bring the bananas to us, believe it or not.
All right, you didn't have to go out and quality control.
No, we didn't go and get them ourselves.
I have traveled quite a bit for work. I've been quite lucky like that. But exotic, I don't know what counts as exotic. I don't know.
Beach.
Yeah, I've never done anything like that. Phoenix, Vegas.
That sounds exotic. Vegas is quite exotic. It's got a bit of everything there, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know what? The thing is, I know this is going to sound like first worldy, right? But I've been to Vegas 3 times now, and I can hand on heart tell you, Vegas. I think Vegas is a bit of a shithole, actually.
Bit
I
like Blackpool.
don't know.
Vegas is the Blackpool of the USA.
It's like a newer Blackpool, isn't it? Right, and bigger,
slightly shinier.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's pretty cool to have gone on somebody else's dime. That's pretty nice. Phoenix was okay, but again, I don't know. I've been to a lot of places in America, and it always seems like every time I go to these places in America, you stay reasonable, nice hotel, and then you do some nice dinners or whatever. But every time you go anywhere, people are just like, when you leave your hotel, make sure you turn left. Do not turn right. Right? There's always these super dodgy places.
Nice.
I think one of the nicest places I got to go that I went to was Norway. I really liked Norway.
No.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep, that was nice.
No way.
Because it was winter time, right? Yeah.
They don't need aircon in Norway, do they? It's cold enough.
I can't remember. I don't think I was working on air conditioning.
Right.
That was something else.
Yeah,
nothing.
But did you go, how long did you spend in Norway?
I don't know, a few days.
Well, they keep seeing adverts for their Norwegian cruises. It looks nice there. You get to see the Northern Lights.
I'll tell you why.
there.
Sorry?
Did
I see the Northern Lights? No. I saw a lot of pints.
Nice.
at night.
I see the Northern Lights when I went to Amsterdam. There's a different type of Northern Lights there.
Blazing crew. Mark also says, so for your information, I learned this today. Professional drivers sit on the roof of a car and drives it while the actor acts as if they are driving. How else do you think those sex scenes are shot? I don't understand the sex scenes bit on that, where he's
Well, I
saying
get the
that.
professional in to do the sex scenes, I guess. And the actor looks like they're doing it.
Okay.
That's the only
And
thing
there's a picture
I
there.
keep thinking
For
there's a
context, there's a picture of a car with like a
It looks like
sort
one of
a
those fan boat things on top of it.
yeah, a cage, a sort of a driver cage with a seat and a steering wheel and pedals are basically on top, and it looks like a Nissan.
It looks like
hang
a
on.
death trap, is what it looks like, Dave.
Oh, I can't see it.
I'd still have a go.
What, you're saying you're a professional driver now?
No, but I'd have a go as an unprofessional driver.
Well, you'd be the actor.
Stack it. Yeah,
in
doing
the
the
car
sex scene.
pretending.
All I could think was he was talking here about sex scenes in the car. I didn't really I just don't know.
Yeah, like I've been to a few car shows at the NEC, and I don't know why, but there was like exhibits with cars that the chassis was on backwards, like, and they were doing examples of like driving backwards.
They do that at Disney. There's a car show at Disney. Well, yeah, I assume it's in America as well, but they do it in the Euro Disney, where there's like a stunt show, and
Right.
they tell you that what they do when the cars are doing like driving really fast in reverse. Basically, they're not driving in reverse. They just put the chassis, the body on the wrong way around and drive it forwards, so make it so they can drive it like a fucking car, because it's like driving crazy shit in reverse. It's quite hard. But yeah, there's loads of fucking weird tricks they do, I guess. I remember watching the stuff about how they make the cars flip, like, and all that sort of
with
shit.
the explosive
like big things that just
beam that pops
shoot
out the bottom.
a big massive log out the bottom of the car that basically flips flips it over the road.
Yeah, that's cool. When I was young, when I was probably, I think it was 6th grade, and this was here in Canada, one of the teachers at my school was friends with one of the stunt drivers from Smokey and the Bandit, and he came to the school in the Bandit and did a load of donuts and stunt driving around in the school
in
school
Canada
field or whatever. Yeah, that was cool. That was really neat.
Sounds a bit dangerous. That does.
Oh yeah, back in the 80s, though, there were no rules.
No one cares.
I was going to say, did you still have like driver ed, like with like an old banger going around the back where people learning to drive?
Sorry, Dave, didn't understand that.
Did you used to have driver ed? Do you in Canada? Do they have driver eds where they have a student teachers going around the car parks? Did you have that?
Well, I don't know. I was never old enough to drive here. I don't know.
No.
I don't even know. I just think you turn up and they just hand you your driver's license, or you get it out of a Christmas cracker in North America.
You're 16. Oh, you must know how to drive.
Mark, thanks very much for the messages. Hope you have a good trip there.
Looks like he's having a good time.
Yeah, he's doing cool stuff, isn't he?
Yeah, bastard. Imagine going out and getting yourself a good job. Fuck's sake.
John Mouse, friend of the show, says, just subbed again for another month to the Seal podcast. I love your show. You boys got my sub for life. Can someone please remind me to do it every month? Sure.
Can you? We could maybe mention it on the show every week, then you might do it.
John, we appreciate it. We're still waiting for that next episode. Well, hang on a second. There was a rumor of an episode of Joysticks and Chill not long ago, a few weeks ago. Where is it?
What happened? John Nezzy got a Steam Deck, and then he was like, oh, they're all playing excited about Steam Decks. I think John Mouse is the only one who hasn't got one. So maybe they're not allowed to have a podcast until John Mouse gets a Steam Deck. I don't know.
Will that be their Game of the Year show soon? Because that was the last show they'd done, wasn't it?
Was it? That's being mean, isn't he?
I love it. Just being mean. Where's the fucking show? Is there a dog whining? I've got dog.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there is a dog whining there. I tell you
Dog's
what,
got-
I'm gonna have to.
Fraser's got a dog visitor.
Oh, I've got an extra dog here. Right, it's a nightmare. Christian says, "How do I give my free sub? Never figured it out."
Well, John
I
has
don't
to
know how you
reply
do
about
it.
something about linking your Twitch with your Amazon Prime. So because you have to have Amazon Prime, basically, is how it works. So.
Wait, yeah, or you can just sub without Amazon
Well, you
Prime,
can.
but we don't really need people to do that. If you
No,
have
that
Prime,
actual
and
costs money. Only crazy people like Arnie pay real money.
good old Arnie.
But
yeah, so if
link your Twitch
you,
Prime. Well, it should link your Twitch to your Amazon Prime, and then when you press sub to a channel on Twitch, any channel that has that status available, you should be an option to use a Prime sub, which will be your freebie.
It doesn't
Then
doesn't
happy
remind you
you
to
can
be
only
good,
do
though,
the
does it?
free one. You can only do the free one on our show, though. Can't you?
That's right. Yeah, when you sub to any show, as long as it's the Seal podcast.
Yeah, don't be subbing to is it
Amaranth.
Amaranth, or what
Yeah.
fucking name is that lady in the hot tub?
Lady's always
Nah.
got her boobies out. Well, not literally
Really?
out, but
What channel is that?
Come off.
like you don't know.
I have no idea who you're talking about. Oh,
Well,
another one from
someone's
John.
been watching them on the Seal Podcast Twitch channel, I assume, logged in because she's always on the recommended channels. Me.
Look, Arnie's just subscribed again.
Yeah, that's when I said cheers, Arnie.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Okay, there's another one here from John about. Do we need to write that? Do every message here about them figuring out Prime subs here?
Oh, that's what I said. I've already said that bit. That's what I just said.
All right. Thank you.
Sorry,
I'm
Granddad.
listening to you.
Jeez, that's wet.
What? Oh, calm down. It's all right. It's going to be okay. Keep your hair on. Keep your knickers on.
I haven't got any knickers on.
Andy Cox, friend of the show. DJ Andy Cox. DJ any.
Is he any
He
relation?
says evening. Why? Who's here? Wait,
Carl
is there another
Cox.
Andy Cox?
Carl Cox.
Carl's brother. Yeah. He says, "Evening all. Hope you're all well. Thanks for all the feedback last week regarding a PC I was looking to get for my son's birthday. He's 21, so I wanted to upgrade his, which is now 5 years old. In PC terms, that's fucking ancient, I know. All sounded good, so I then had to run it past the fun prevention officer, better known as my wife. My wife. She wasn't that impressed. Why does he need a new one, etc.? But after a couple of days, I managed to convince her, and it was delivered today. It's all working fine. It turned on and connected to the Wi-Fi. Now back in the box for my son when he returns from uni. Thanks again, everyone. Cheers, Andy."
Awesome.
In brackets,
Nice.
Carl's brother.
Yeah.
Well, I think respect and a shout out for that one goes to Neil and Dave, who did the heavy lifting on that one. But I'm glad that got sorted out.
Yeah, look, he did send a little video in there of it. I assume it's him, of it being on. It looks quite nice. It's got loads of RGB business going on. Looks nice, fancy.
Chill Robots, friend of the show, says, "Show question, did you watch the second Mario movie trailer? What did you think? Cheers. Justin in the States." Oh, that's Justin. Of course it is. Yeah, Chill Robots. I can't keep forgetting to associate the name. Justin, how are you, my friend?
His profile pic on Discord completely froze me because I just have no idea what the fuck it was for ages until I clicked on it and went, "Oh, it's Lion-O from the Thundercats," but it looks really fucking weird when it's just a circle of it.
I haven't seen it, to be honest.
I haven't seen it. I'm afraid. No, I didn't
I
go have a
watched
look at it either.
because I saw the question, so I thought one of us better at least have a look at it.
Well done, Neil. You professional.
It's done by the people who do Minions, isn't it? What they called Illumination or something. So it looks pretty fancy, and I saw nothing that made me think I was going to go and watch this film. So that's what I thought of it. I was like, this looks fucking awful to me. I'm not really interested. I haven't seen Sonic, but apparently Sonic's all right. For this one, I was like, because he's done. Chris Pratt does the, I don't know, he does a bit of a Marioism, like he does that woohoo or something like that, and I was like, oh dear. So it could be a bit.
Do you think they had to shoehorn that? Do you think they shoehorned that in as
Yeah.
a bit of backlash from?
And there was a not a It's a Me, but it was something like that. I can't remember what he said, and I was like,
It's his eye, Mario.
It doesn't say it is I, Mario. That's the famous line from Mario World. Yeah, it is I, Mario. That would have made it a lot better and make me much more likely to go and watch it if they had said that. But yeah,
I still think I might.
I'm not paying like a 10 quid to go and watch this fucking shit.
Oh no, I don't think I go watch it at the movies, but I think I will watch it definitely when it comes out. I'm interested to see what it's going to be like. Pilch, before I forget, and this is for Pilch, I started watching this guy, a YouTube channel, and this guy mainly reviews sort of like arcade cabinets and things like that. You know, there seems to be a bit of resurgence for people buying, basically people our age now who all grew up in the arcade, are old, having the midlife crisis and have money in their pockets. So there's a lot of these one-up arcade machines.
You know, they could pay their mortgage off or something, couldn't they?
They've already, well, most of them probably have paid their mortgage off. Anyway, so all these arcade machines are available, 3/4 size. I think One Up is one of the big manufacturers or whatever. There's a load of them out, and especially if you go on Craigslist or something like that, you can find tons of people selling them when they realize that they don't need them anymore. They're not as fun as they thought they were. But I saw him reviewing one the other day, which was a
bubble
half size. Yeah, it was a half size pinball machine, video pinball machine. And on the half, and I guess it does all these, you know, these you have to see, but it's like there's about sort of, you know, X number of tables on there, and a lot of them are themed after video games. But one of the tables is a Bubble Bobble themed pinball game. But the thing that I really liked, I did see, he does show the Bubble Bobble pinball plane, so that's pretty cool because it's got all like the sounds and stuff that you're used to. Yeah. But on one half of the machine, all the graphics are down the side are of Space Invaders, which looks pretty good for nostalgia reasons. But the other half is all Bubble Bobble graphics. And I thought, Pilch might like the look of that one, so I'll dig that out and I'll send you the link to that because
it's pretty cool. I did try to buy a Bubble Bobble arcade, a full size one, a little while ago, but it was like $2,500 it went for.
Yeah, yeah.
They're
well, I mean,
big,
that's the thing, right?
Just genuine. Yeah, they're fucking massive, aren't they? And it was a genuine original one as well. Proper cabinet. I mean, you can get cabinets. You can buy a cabinet now and just have.
Do those things still work? Like the electronics must be a bit ropey. Yeah, exactly. If you've got I can't believe the original things are actually that much copper anymore. Because
they're constantly repairing the bloody thing. That would be a dream for Fraser because he'd be having it in bits every week, soldering bits back on.
Yeah, I think. Well, I don't know if the boards are okay, right? The boards are pretty robust. I think the buttons and the joysticks. Pretty sure.
I mean,
obviously
before.
Stuff.
It's literally an old CR or CTR, whatever it is, screen, and then it's only got like about 5 wires come out. One goes into a board, a couple of wires go to the joystick, couple to the buttons, and that's basically it's all in the bloody thing. There's nothing technical, but obviously the board is the whole gubbins of it. So if that goes,
probably fucking toxic or something, aren't they?
Probably
got
something in them. Yeah.
But I think as well the boards, a lot of them have interchangeable ROMs, right? So you have one board and then you can change it out to turn into different machines.
Yeah, that's like all the Sega machines were on there was like a AM3 on it or something was like the main bit, and then they just spring out one chip and it would do it would be Virtua Fighter and then it would be Sega Rally or whatever.
Right.
If it was Sega Rally, obviously it needed different fucking attachments to Virtua Fighter, otherwise it'd have been a bit shit. But there we go.
Yeah, see, a pinball machine would be good. I'd like a pinball. I'd love to have a pinball machine. I love pinball.
Though, aren't they?
They're massive and they're noisy and they're not as fun as you think they are over time, right? So I could never justify. I love pinball machines, but if I had one in my house, I'd use it once every year, probably. I'm a realist like that.
Well, the other thing, put it in the loft when you're not using it.
Yeah, where do you put it? They're massive, aren't they? But I don't want to repair them all the time either. Like they always need repairing, like somebody was saying there, right? So, anyway, I don't know. We got distracted there.
Yeah, Callum's in the chat giving Pilch some love.
Oh, hello. Lord. Is this quiz time? Oh, it's quiz time. We have actually, we have a new logo. A new logo, a jingle for the quiz. I will insert the jingle here for the podcast. Okay.
Do we?
What?
Oh, we're
What's
not
that?
getting a live version of it.
Oh, I guess we could. Can we have the live version?
Oh, I've got to fucking do it, have I?
We don't
Go
have
on
to.
then.
It's up to you.
All right, I'll do it now. I mean, it's an old one. You might have heard it somewhere before. Goes something like this. It's time for the quiz. Time for the quiz. We play the city show when it's time for the quiz. There you go. I've been
Brilliant.
drinking a lot.
How many have you
Excellent.
had?
We love it.
The City Sound clip. That definitely
We'll
should
have
be
the
a new
city
one.
sound clip. We'll have it. Yeah, that'll be the new one. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. Yeah.
I love it.
I mean, it's got to be slightly different, isn't it? Because you.
Yeah, otherwise we can't get done for
You've
copyright.
got to change 3 notes. Yeah, so it's not copyright. Go. We'll keep that.
All right, I like it. It's staying in. Lord, thank you very much. Here comes the questions. Question number 1. Oh, and we've got an extra player this week. How exciting. Question number 1. Which planet in the solar system would be the size of the Minecraft world if it were real?
What, the planet? If the planet was real?
Which planet in, I think this is our solar system, would be the size of the Minecraft world if it were real?
Uranus.
Whee!
Hey.
Can't be as big as that.
All right, let's have your
Is there an
answers.
actual answer to this?
Well, I'm guessing there
Real
isn't.
answer.
Well, hopefully it's the correct answer.
All right,
Okay.
I got to keep
Pluto.
score here. Pilch says
Wow.
Pluto.
Pluto.
So-
That's not even a planet.
Oh,
that's
the
fourth
controversy starts.
Oh, it's a star, is it? It's a gas. Oh,
No, it's not.
Venus,
It's not. It's
yeah.
solid. Penis.
It must be the smallest one,
Venus.
maybe. I don't know.
Should we
I'll say
just say
Mercury.
more?
What the smallest penis?
I mean,
I'm going to say
I said,
Mercury.
like,
So Mercury is the smallest planet in the sun.
Yeah,
Is it?
that's
I mean,
smallest
it is
actual
quite
planet.
big. It's just a fucking long way away.
That's what I told the missus. See, I know a little bit about this because I
Played
can't remember
Minecraft.
I can't remember what. No, I did play.
Because
a
he
little
read
bit,
the
but not a
answers
lot.
before we started.
No, I didn't.
That's what I did last week.
I don't even know where they fucking come from.
Lord.
So, no, I know it comes from Lord. Like, I don't know where like he puts them, but anyway, so Minecraft world is actually multiple times bigger than Earth.
Really?
Yeah. So
Arnie in the chat has guessed at Jupiter, which is the biggest planet in the solar system.
So I was actually thinking like Neptune.
Maybe it is Uranus.
It could be because Neptune and Uranus are quite big.
Who's
and
you?
It
apart
always
from
comes back to Uranus, doesn't it?
that, it always comes back to Uranus. I'm gonna say Uranus
Okay.
because yeah, that's
I'm going to say Uranus. Just because I want to say it again.
We've turned into fucking Wayne's World or something here.
Come on then, Neil. Give us a planet.
Well, I thought it was to be something small, but apparently it's large. So, well, I'm going to have to
Oh,
go
geez, just
Saturn.
pick-
Saturn.
Saturn. Okay, nice one.
it's Saturn. Okay, right. That's okay.
Pretty big.
That's extremely big. Yeah.
Bigger than
That's
me.
his guess, though. That's not the answer. What's the? Do we want the answer now?
We've got 4 answers. Have you
I
written them all
mean-
down?
Yeah, I've written them all down.
And the answer is Neptune.
Neptune's moons. Nobody had
The
that.
only one we didn't fucking say.
Even Arnie got that
Dave
wrong.
definitely mentioned it, but he said
I
the
did
other one.
I did
'Cause
mention
Neptune and Uranus are quite similar, I thought. Similar size.
They are similar.
I'll
size.
put Arnie in here as he gave us an answer too. Jupiter. He got that wrong. Arnie, you're playing.
Yeah.
Okay, question number 2.
Before you
How
do
many-
question number 2, can I just? I need to come clean.
Okay.
I thought I'd cheat and look at the answers, but I've just realised that was last week's answers.
What? The first answer
So it
was
hasn't really helped
2005.
me. Correctamundo. I've got all the years. Carry on.
How many hours was the longest Mario Kart marathon according to the Guinness Book of World Records?
God.
So this is going to have to be who's going to
150 hours.
150 hours for
That's
Pilch.
what the fuck? That's
I was going to say 72 hours.
they must be allowed breaks to
72.
do that long. That's ridiculous. You can't
I mean,
literally do
I
nothing.
fucking played Mario Kart for that long, so in one go.
Oh, Mario
yeah,
Kart.
I'm
I'm
gonna
Thing
go
is,
I'm going to
you're
go
allowed,
for
you're allowed pee breaks and stuff. They do
You're allowed to
allow
eat
like.
and drink and sleep.
Well, you can
Arn-
eat and play Mario Kart.
You can't
Arnie's
sleep.
got
You played on
Arnie's got
Switch. It's
Oh
like-
jeez.
Sorry.
Arnie's got 90 hours. I'm going to say go for something a little bit less. I'm going to go for 40 hours.
I want to
Neil?
say 37.
Bloody
I thought
close
you
to
were gonna
me.
say
What are you
Well,
trying to
you know,
say?
I'm lowballing.
You're doing that sort of Price is Right, just going $1
just going
under,
a bit
aren't you?
under because, like, surely it's got to be detrimental to your health to be going much more than 30 odd hours or 40 hours.
Of course
That's
it
like-
is. It's detrimental
What,
to your health
any-
to play
any
Mario
other
Kart for more
world
than 1
record?
hour.
Any other world record is good for your health, is it? Like
No, I
eating
didn't say
50
that.
fucking
I'm just
burgers
saying,
in
like-
2 minutes or
Like, honestly, the latest Mario Kart, so you might as well just play themselves. Like with all the assists on, and you don't even need to press a button. You just move the controller left or right a little bit.
That's cheating.
shall we just get to the answer?
Well, I can tell you if someone's got it right.
Somebody's got it right.
Yes.
Okay,
And that
go on
person
then.
is Fraser. He said 40 hours. The answer is 40 hours.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Fucking
Wow.
hell. Right.
Wow. Bang on.
Fraser.
on the nose.
Cheating fucker.
I did not cheat on that. But I did read, I'm sure I read something. The reason I kept the numbers down was I'm sure I read something the other day about some guy, the longest they'd stayed awake or whatever. I mean, it's not long, the longest that someone can stay awake, right? Without
No,
going fucking
without dying. We've got those stories of people dying in like internet
No,
cafes
that's a
in South
game
Korea.
show. Oh no, that's because they fucking they're just
Because they
Red
played
Bull.
Warcraft for like fucking 60 hours or something, and then died
David
because they
Blaine
hadn't
stayed
eaten.
awake. David Blaine stayed awake for a week or something.
Yeah.
He's
He's a
an illusion.
magician.
It's not real.
They're tricks.
Real.
Okay, number 3. Who invented the video game?
Mr. Atari.
Who invented the video game?
I don't know a name. I think wasn't it probably some guys at MIT. I don't know.
Yeah, or something like that. But it's a long name,
All
I
right.
can tell you that.
I suspect it was
Or
randomly
maybe
some
more
Russian
than one
guy.
person.
Maybe it was somebody called Mario.
I think it was probably some engineer who like was doing something.
All right,
It
we
was
got
a
Mr.
serious job.
Atari, some
No.
engineer.
But
Arnie says
decided to
Alan.
make something to amuse himself while he was doing it.
He's saying Alan. I think he's thinking of
Alan.
Alan Turing, but I don't think that's true. But
Okay,
what do
well,
I know?
He
Who
liked
knows?
it. It was just a puzzle game.
And yeah, Pong
Dave-
creator. I was going to say
Dave
Mr.
Pong.
Pong.
Mr.
Dave
Pong.
Pong.
Pong
Dave
wasn't actually
Pong.
the first game. It
Dave
was-
Pong.
It was his brother-in-law, Fred Ping.
Okay, what's the answer, Neil?
The answer is William Higginbotham in a physics lab.
Oh, fuck.
And I think it was probably
knew
on one of those
that.
oscilloscopes or some bullshit, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think you're right.
I was thinking of either him or Adolf Hitler. And I couldn't
Yeah.
quite get it.
All right. Okay.
He's a popular character this
that's-
week, Adolf Hitler.
I win.
Keeps coming
Oh,
up.
don't start.
What's he done? What's
He
been
hasn't done
doing?
anything.
He hasn't done anything for a long time, but
All right. Thanks for
Seems to
the
be gaining
questions, Lord.
popularity for some reason.
Much appreciated, particularly when I win by the only
By
correct
the
answer
one
out
correct
of,
answer.
out of 15 answers.
Hey, I'm sure I got one the other week, but it was wrong. So that was the week the answers were wrong.
Right. Let's move on
2003.
to what's on 3.
2003, he said.
2003, that was the answer.
Yeah, there.
That's
Okay,
how much you
appreciate that, Lord.
that joke.
Thank you, everyone, for your contributions. It's much appreciated. Oh, I think there was also something in the Discord. Chipper Spice gave us a shout out that she was enjoying the podcast. Much
I
appreciated,
think that might
Chipper
have been on
Spice.
Twitter, but yes.
Okay, let's move on to what we've been doing. Let's just go in order here. Neil, you're
Okay, well,
you're
it's
up
that time of
skis.
year, wasn't it? Black Friday last week. Was I talking about TV, weren't I, last week on the show?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't buy the TV. When I went to look at it again, it had gone up. I went, fucking. Once I know it's been a certain price and it goes up again, I'm like, well, I'm not paying that price because it was more. It was less than that, like 2 hours ago. That TV now, by the way, is £2,200, and it was available for £1,399 last weekend. That made that's a bit of a kick in the nuts that I didn't go and grab that when it was cheap. Cheap inverted commas.
Well, you saved yourself 1,300 quid.
Yes, indeed, you could put it that way. Or did I?
No, you did.
I went and bought something else instead.
Oh, jeez.
And that was not cheap. It wasn't £1,399, but it was quite a lot of money. I bought a Sonos soundbar and two 1SL speakers to make
Ooh.
a full surround system with no amp or no nonsense, just the speakers doing it all. That was a lot of money. It was nearly £1,000, but it's more normally. And I've always looked at them and gone, yeah, they look kind of cool, but I bet they're not really worth the money. So I've always gone down a different road and then been disappointed with what I've tried to do, and I'm not disappointed this time. They were expensive, but they're fucking good and they fucking work, and they're really easy to set up and everything. That's you get what you pay for sometimes. And I can't say they're worth the money for everyone, but if you've got money to spend and you like the audio, that is a really easy way to get surround sound, I have to say. I've ordered some speaker stands as well since to put my surrounds on. They sound like, even the little ones, they're only I don't know, what, sort of 8 inches tall, maybe about 4 inches square. They sound fucking amazing for a little tiny speaker.
How many actual speakers is in the set then?
So I've got two surrounds. They're the SLs, which means they've not got the voice assistant, the voice controlling, because obviously the main soundbar has the voice control bullshit in, which I'm not really interested in using.
That the Ray? Or
No, that's the
Arc?
cheapest one. I got the Arc, which is fucking massive.
I was going to say that's the
It's the top end one. Well, there was a load of reviews about the Beam, which is like the mid one, and that being really, really good because there's a new generation of Beam. They'll probably bring out a new Arc now just to piss me off.
Oh yeah, that's what the whole Black Friday thing is about. Get rid of the old stock. Yeah.
Well, they've gone up in price again since, but fucking hell, that thing's hefty. Even the empty box weighs quite a lot somehow. I don't know what's in it. It's like, what the fuck is in this box? It's heavy.
So what is it? It's the sound bar and then two sound bar.
Yes,
and two satellites.
And two satellites. So the sound bar.
No sub.
No, I don't think I need one, to be honest. There was a pack with the sub, but that's like an extra 400 to 500 quid for the sub. And I was like, there's a lot of reviews saying you don't really need the sub, so I was like, fuck it, I won't bother then. I assume with the sub it will sound even better because you get a bit more of that oof, but there is quite a lot of oof anyway with just the soundbar. That's where all that oomph comes from. It's an Atmos system. So it's got up fire end speakers and all that bonks. I watched Star Wars, the original, and that I gave that a load of shit not that long, within the last 12 months for being a bit of a shit film. Well, that's a lot better when you've got an out Dolby Atmos system playing, I can assure you. It's like, well, fucking hell, this is really cool. I've been watching, because it's just I plugged it into my TV with HDMI ARC, which is one of the audio return things, which I've never used before. Because every time I've had a soundbar, I was a bit I don't really want to spend a load of money, and it turned out to be shit. This is where I think this is worth the money, because every soundbar or everything I've ever had, I've plugged it in and it's got going via optical or whatever. I'm watching it going, that audio syncs out. That's not right. It doesn't look right. It doesn't sound right. Something's off. Well, this fucking works. I don't know whether it's the HDMI business or whatever, but I'm like, it just looks like I'm watching it on TV, and it sounds proper, and the lip sync is in sync.
That shouldn't even be in it, but that's amazing. That's an issue, right? That shouldn't be an issue at all, right?
Every time you read reviews and all these things, like, it's great, but with this one particular source, it always the sync is out for some reason. I'm like,
I've got that. If I've got a Sony Atmos bar with a subwoofer, it's on a Sony TV. I brought them both together. They come together. They were released at the same time, so that all the numbers are the same, so it comes with it. Fucking thing. If certain programs, certain stations, it's the trouble is it's behind.
Yes, you can't adjust it. All the audio adjustments that don't work.
You can only adjust it forwards.
Yeah.
On mine.
Oh wow.
But if it's on, if I'm playing anything streaming, Netflix, whatever, it's perfect.
Yeah.
But on normal TV channels, it's fucking. They kick a football and then it goes. Oof.
Tennis is terrible, right?
I mean, it wasn't cheap. It was about 500 quid with the telly. But it is good. But I used to have 7.1 full surround with fucking speakers everywhere. You can't beat that. But you have to have speakers everywhere.
Yeah, you have to have run cables everywhere. This is great because this is like you have to plug these things in obviously to a power socket, but other than that, it's all for wire free. I'm like, this is fucking amazing.
Yeah,
it's like magic.
So I've just got a big sound bar, but I've got a separate woofer with it as well, which is over the other side of the room. But it's so the bass is so fucking loud. The trouble is, there's so many different variances of sound on programs. 1 minute you can't hear fuck all, so you turn it up, and then all of a sudden there's an action scene, and it's so fucking loud that the windows are shaking. You have to turn it down again.
That's when it's good, when the windows are shaking.
The same is, I find the same with video games, though. Like, I'm playing some video games, and they're not really challenging the sound system at all. I played some small, game the other day, which was obviously an indie game, whatever, and it was absolutely thumping the shit out of the sound system. So I don't know how they, how that works either with video games, or I guess maybe it's what do they have, MP3s or whatever, or sort of whatever the audio tracks or whatever. I don't know how it works, but it's just interesting. But yeah, like you say, with audio sources, but it's the same with music, and with some TV shows are terrible.
Yeah,
well, I'm well impressed with
the voices sometimes. So
this has got like you can change
music.
It's all done by a phone app. This thing, so you can go into your phone. Actually, you might be able to do it via voice, and you can go into like a mode to boost dialogue, so it will boost the those voice frequencies and stuff like that
as well. But
there's all sorts of shit. It's clever. It's really fucking clever, and
like I say, they do sound good, but not as good as having a speaker behind your ear.
Well, I've got speakers behind my ears. And a bar.
Like, fucking, I used to have 2 at the front, 2 in the middle, 2 behind.
Yeah.
One, centre.
Well, I've been watching everything. I plugged it in. The TV automatically recognised it all. Fucking basically set everything up for me. I literally had to connect it to my network via the app on my phone. And then it just fucking worked. And I'm like,
why do you have to connect it up to your? Oh, I guess.
Yeah, because it's the connected thing, so I can play all my streaming services through it as well. And it's not just the TV system; it's like a connected music system.
Gotcha.
If you can just add speakers in other rooms and play them all at the same time and all that sort of crazy stuff. But I'm happy with what I've got for now. But if I was in the market for another one, like another speaker for another room, I'd definitely get another one of these. They're fucking, it's like magic. I don't know how they do it, but it's awesome and it's so easy to set up. If you have an iPhone, there's an app on the phone that you can really go to a town on how the setup is, and it'll tune all of the speakers to your room and all that sort of clever shit using the microphone in your phone. But I haven't got an iPhone, so that doesn't work. So any adjustments will have to be manual for me. But
isn't there
everything I watch now
that.
No, I haven't got
an old iPhone lying about that you can just use just for that.
Probably the apps won't work on the old one anyway, would they? They just delete them and just make them not work.
I think anyway, if the more you use it, you'll start to go, you know what? I could do with a little bit more bass, and you just start to tweak it as you go, right? That's what I found I've done with most of mine.
It's automatic now. As soon as you turn the telly on, all those speakers turn on. And they turn off when you turn the telly off. It's all fucking clever and just does everything. And so everything now, if it's available, will just come through surround sound. So every time I've watched the football recently, it's been in full surround sound, and it's fucking like you can hear little bits from the crowd behind you. It's well fucking good.
Nice.
Yeah, it's awesome. Absolutely awesome.
How's that electricity bill?
Yeah, well, I saved loads of money by washing everything at zero. So
for a man who's trying to bring that down, you seem to be spending an awful lot of money on boosting it up.
Yeah, while it's on, obviously, it's probably using quite a bit, but when it's in standby, it uses fuck all, so it's good from that point of view.
As much as an oven clock?
Probably less, because it's actually off pretty much. So,
is it?
Well, yeah. It loses less than 0.5 watts while it's off. So, that's not a lot.
To know.
Good. All right. Well, we'll get some updates on that then as we go forward.
Yeah.
As it settles into your.
What have I got? I was down. Oh, the
AV
Batman.
system.
The Batman was on Sky Movies today, so that came out. So I've got to download that. I've downloaded that, so I'll be watching that at some point, maybe. And then Top Gun Maverick. I'm quite looking forward to Top Gun Maverick. I think that's going to be fun.
You know the best way to watch that Batman movie? Asleep. That's
in another room, yeah.
I didn't even finish watching it.
Well, the thing is, I have been put off already. Literally, it says 2 hours 56 minutes. I was like, fucking what? 2 hours 56 minutes? That could be a 3 sittings job. So yeah. Anyway, I spent a load of money. I bought myself a Kindle as well. So I've actually done some reading. Got my kids reading The Hobbit.
You saved that.
My boy never reads, and I was like, here you go. Handed in the Kindle. I said, I've downloaded The Hobbit. Start reading The Hobbit. He just read like for an hour. So hopefully it fucking.
He looked at it and went, "Where's the porn?"
It's all black and white, Dad. What's going on? But yeah, quite impressed with that little thing as well. We went for the Oasis model, and I bought a cover for it. But yeah. And I got 3 months unlimited. Not that impressed with the unlimited, to be honest. I'm like,
no.
I looked at it and went, there's not really a lot on here it's unlimited apparently, but I don't think there's going to be much I'm interested in reading.
Yeah, I still got my Kindle right here.
Yeah.
It needs charging.
No battery, yeah. Yeah, that's the standard state of the Kindles in my household.
I like my Kindle. It's like it's chock full of books. It's got pretty much the whole Pratchett library on it. It's got tons of science books on it.
Well, you can pick up stuff.
And then as soon as I go somewhere, I just need to charge it, and I've got a library to take with me.
And I bought the full Witcher collection for 99p at some point. So I've got all of the Witcher books on Kindle. And I just went back to because I'd started reading it on my phone. I was like, I can't read this on my phone. It's doing my eyes in. But now I've got a Kindle. I always went back straight in, picked up where I was on the old book, fucking back. That's really clever as well.
Get the old bifocals out. You're rocking it, Grandad.
Got my varies, mate.
The only problem we've got I've got 2 or 3 Kindles in this house.
Almost a library.
It's
put them all on the shelf,
yeah,
do you?
yeah, pretty much. There's nothing beats having a physical book though. Like, I don't know why, and having a bookmark and like having a visual indication of where you are along.
It says that it says 9%.
Yeah, I know, but
I think I'll agree with you, Dave.
I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Mr. Paper there is agreeing with us.
No, I finished a page. I
more paper about.
I finished a book this week actually. I finished A Walk in the Woods by Bill Bryson, which a friend of mine had given me to read. I read it exclusively, a couple of pages every time I went to go have a dump, and I finished the whole thing. The whole thing has been read while I'm pooping.
Nice.
It took me a long time, but I got through to the end of it.
Do you have extra time in the pooper now because you're reading? My dad.
No.
When I was little, my dad always used to disappear off to the toilet and read a book for a while. It was like.
No, I don't hide in the toilet.
That was called
getting
the
He told you he was reading a book.
This is pre-internet, I can assure you. So.
Yeah, his book. Dad's just taking one of his special books into the bathroom.
he hides under the sofa.
Anyway. Well, Monday I had to fucking go back to the hospital as well. So I went back. I had fucking eye problems again.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Is this your surprise email you have written here?
No, this is not surprising. This is bonus content, not in the show notes.
You should save this for the patrons, the lucky devils.
It's I was having a shower Sunday. I thought I got a bit of shampoo in my eye. It really fucking stung for a bit, so didn't really think too much of it. Then all fucking nights, Sunday nights, obviously work nights on Sunday, my eye was just fucking giving me shit. Constantly like watering, fucking irritating me all night. Went to the hospital Monday morning to A&E. Got triaged. They were like, it'd be better if you went to the urgent care centre. So I went to the urgent care centre. I got seen really quickly. And because obviously I'm under the eye clinic at the hospital, so I went to that hospital thinking probably the best place to go. They were like, have you got a number for the eye clinic? I was like, yeah. It's like, so if any problems, you should phone them. I was like, right. So while I'm at the hospital, I was like, fuck it, I'll just go to the eye clinic and see if I can speak to someone. Went to the eye clinic area when it opened about half an hour later. And they were like, we can't see you. I'm like, I'm being treated here. It's like, yeah, well, you've got an appointment. I'm like, yeah, but there's obviously something wrong with my fucking eye. Can no one, like, I'm not doing anything about it. And they were like, no, you need a referral from the urgent care centre. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. So I walked back to the urgent care centre. They got them to refer me. And they were like, yeah, you should hear within 48 hours. I was like, oh, so I could go home then? She was like, yeah. I was like, okay. So then got a phone call Thursday, which is like 72 hours after I went to the fucking hospital, and missed the fucking 3 phone calls that I had because I was fanning around with the TV.
Not only did it cost him an increased electric bill, $1,300 or whatever.
Half of my eyesight is fucked now.
He's lost an eye.
So anyway, I phoned him today because I hadn't heard anything. There was a number to phone. Right, you phoned the number that calls you.
Subtitles for the win.
They fucking what was I saying? Anyway, so
actually
basically,
doesn't work subtitles, does it? Because you can't see.
Can't see
Fuck
them.
that right
I'd have to have audio description. Thanks.
Braille across the front of the screen.
The actor is crossing the road.
I'm not going to.
Sorry, this is serious. This is talking about Neil's health here.
Yeah. So anyway, I had to phone the phone. There was a number that called me 3 times. I had 3 missed calls. I phoned the number and it says, "Don't worry, we'll contact you again. You've missed a call, but we'll phone you back." So I left it. Never fucking had a phone call back. So I phoned him today, and they were like, asked me a couple of questions. It was one of the nurses had to phone me back. Asked me a couple of questions. She's like, "I'm going to need to speak to the consultant now." I was like, "Okay." So she phoned me back again. So basically, what it turns out is I've got an appointment on the 13th of fucking December in 11 days.
Hell.
So hopefully I won't go fucking blind between now and then.
I'll be around before the end of this fucking story.
Oh, crikey.
Yeah, well,
that's me done.
Almost as bad as fucking Stu in his fucking heart story, isn't
Well,
it?
there you go.
Christ.
Sorry,
hopefully-
so just in a nutshell then, so what, you haven't got your eyes sorted out?
I basically got given some antibiotic cream for my eye, which does appear to have sorted out because it was proper fucking all red everywhere and like real bloodshot and all that shit. So that has died down, but it does still look quite swollen around my eye, so I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Well, we'll do.
I can see.
Putting your finger on it.
Yeah, I can see for the time being. So hopefully everything's all right, but I'd rather get checked out. So, and then I had a surprise email this week. I was like, what day was that? I think it was Thursday. So I'd missed all my phone calls from the fucking hospital, and I've been sorting my TV out and setting up my soundbar and all that bollocks. Because I had to buy a new stand for my TV as well because the soundbar's too high. It would have obscured the fucking bottom of the TV. So I had to buy some new legs for my TV.
Christ.
Oh, it's expensive now, isn't it?
That was only 20 quid. That was only 20 quid for the new legs.
Was that like an Amazon special where they've
No,
like...
the only thing I bought from Amazon recently was the Kindle and the new
20 quid for the
stands.
stand, 300 quid for the 2 screws that hold it together.
Anyway, I got an email later that day on Thursday, and I was like, I don't think I've ever been quite so excited about anything for quite a while because it was an email from British Telecom. Well, they're not called British Telecom anymore. It's from BT saying, "Full fibre is now available in your area. Call us now." I was like, "Hoo-hoo, yeah!" So I was like, "Oh," I was talking to my sister, like, "Oh, just had an email." She's like, "What?" I was like, "What?"
She sort of like stands in front of all the new speakers and stuff he just bought, shuffles a Kindle off to the side.
So we can get full fibre now. She's like, "All right, okay." I was like, she was like, "What does that mean?" I was like, "Well, it means we might be able to save some money somewhere by like getting Sky through a different format and all this sort of stuff, but it's probably going to cost us a bit more on the broadband." So anyway, in the end, I went online and went to be my BT thing, and it went. I click on my offers, and it was like, and it was all there, all the different offers for things I could buy.
It just suddenly just went, here he is, he's here, we got him.
It was like, here's the different options you've got for full fibre. And I was like, okay. So there was like a slight upgrade for £0 extra a month to 74 megabits. And
how many? What service do you get now?
I'm getting fibre to the cabinet, so they run fibre to like a green box on the estate, and then there's copper wire to my house, like old school telephone cables.
All right. I'll repeat my question. What do you get right now?
I get around 60 megabits, I think, download, but my upload is only about 7.
Fuck
like consistently about 8 meg.
Yeah, I mean, 60 is getting a bit old in the tooth now, right?
Yeah,
it's survivable, but with a family of 4 on devices and things like that, you're starting to really.
Well, we're not streaming 4K or anything, so generally there's the only thing that there's Netflix and shit like that comes in 4K. But there's only a couple of like my daughter's watching TV on a 1080p TV, so she's not streaming like fucking 4K streams and all that sort of shit. Same with my son. But anyway, so there's all these options. The full on everything, 900 megabit fibre was £13 extra a month, and I was a bit like,
well, that's a no-brainer, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a no-brainer.
How much are you paying at
I
the
don't
moment?
actually need 900 megabits, is what I went. I was
like, how much are you paying at the moment?
£43 a month.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about right. Mine's £68 a month, I think.
Oof.
I pay for the discs as well.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting to that.
And okay. Let me just say, just fucking get them, because I've been in this house for 4 years, and all the time my kids were constantly moaning about my discs all going off and internet shit. Oh, we've got 200 ping and all this crap, because I had the whole home Wi-Fi, which was BT's stuff.
Yeah, but it's like what I've got.
Off and right, yeah. Oh, cup of tea, everybody. Hello. Right, since I got the black discs and a new router I think I just got it before I went off the podcast, my kids have not complained once about the internet being shit in nearly 3 months. It works absolutely perfect.
So it's paid for itself.
Indeed, yeah, at least less grief. Right, so
I'm
anyway.
on the 900. We get about 930 something, I think, and it's up 120 up.
I've taken the decision. Well, there was loads of options basically. There was like a 150 meg option, a 500 meg option, and then there was add it with this and add it with that, and it was different. It was £4 extra, I think, for 4 quid extra for 500 megabit, and I was a bit like, I don't think I really need that, because I'm more worried about the upload speed, and 150 meg download is still nearly it's like 2.5 times quicker than what I get now, and the upload though was like 3 times faster than what I'm getting now. I was like, that's okay. And then they were doing that with the complete Wi-Fi thing, which you've got, for £2 extra a month, and I was like, fuck it, I'm doing that, because it's only £2 extra a month, and it's for 2 years, and if I want to, I can just upgrade.
You can upgrade.
If you downgrade, they don't like you downgrading, but if I think fuck it, I need more, I can always upgrade. So I'm just going for the 150 meg, which, like I say, is still 2.5 times quicker than I'm getting now, but it's the upload is much quicker than I'm getting now, because that's good for streaming. So hopefully the streams might improve. Not that they're too bad anyway, but and that then comes with the complete Wi-Fi as well for £2 extra a month. Because it's going to go up fucking about £10 in March anyway because of fucking inflation and everything.
I had 5 of those white discs around the house, and it was always terrible. And now I've got 2 black ones.
Yeah,
and it covers the whole
once you go
house
black,
perfect.
you won't go back.
It's never gone off once. It's not even fluttered. It's been solid. And even on the shittiest, oldest device, we're still getting 300 down.
Yeah.
On Wi-Fi. So I mean, my Xbox is plugged in, and I get over 900 all the time.
Yeah.
It never drops. It's fucking brilliant.
Yeah. So I inevitably will go it higher in time, but at the time being,
paying for a phone because that's extra.
I've got a free Alexa phone or something coming. Digital voice it is, isn't it? So you go to by the way, if you have a power cut now, you can't phone the ambulance.
Yeah.
Correct. You have to plug it into your router.
Yeah. You can put a what's it called? A power.
Yeah, power line thing.
Power line on it.
Yeah. So you can put the phone anywhere, basically.
But to be honest, everyone's got a mobile nowadays. So
exactly. I never use my landline.
Everyone's got a mobile, except what happens when you get a major power cut? What are the mobile antennas, aerials powered by?
Generators.
They don't tend to go off.
They do around here. If we get a major power cut, everything goes off because all our phone
and what are you going to be
just have to walk down the road a bit further.
You're going to be going, the power's out. Yeah, fucking no, idiot.
I know. Wouldn't the substations have generators? They'd have diesel generators, wouldn't they? Probably to cover them. No. What, you don't think they put a diesel generator on a substation to keep it up?
See, what you need is a satellite phone, just in case.
Yeah, because that's like you might be able to call President Putin or something on that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure you can dial the local takeaway on a sat phone, but.
Sorry, regrettably, I missed a chunk of that one because I had to go check on the dogs. Did we? How are we doing in your stories?
Networking.
I'm still talking about mine, so I'm still on me.
So, what did you buy in the end? Can we just shuffle along here?
I'm not moved on.
No, we missed it.
I missed that bit.
No, you didn't.
He bought the 150 package, so he gets 150 down, and what is it, 40 up yours?
30 up,
and a couple of discs.
To improve my Wi-Fi. So I'm going to have to bin off the
960. Get the 960.
You fucking didn't. As if you'd have fucking done that.
I got 360 now. I'm
okay, good for you. Now,
that's the max.
You'd have looked at that £13 extra a month and gone, nope.
No, if it was going to make that much of a difference.
It's not, that's what I mean. I don't think it's going to make that much difference to the 900.
Oh, I don't know. Wait till you're downloading Call of Duty for the 8th time.
Like I said, when you were away, I can always upgrade, but they don't like you downgrading, obviously. I've got a 2-year contract to sign. So I'm like, I can always up that contract.
Yeah, but then you sign another rolling 2-year contract.
This is true. Well, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Also,
that's how they get you.
But they definitely. I can't go down.
Even if you change the 2 years package, you're suddenly on another 2-year fucking deal.
Yeah. Well, aren't they boosters? I don't know how it works. Anyway, so I can when my Sky contract is up, for example, I now have an option to upgrade my broadband and take Now TV through BT and probably save some money. But until the time, I don't know how it's going to work out financially. But I have an option now, whereas I didn't really have an option before.
About £20 a month cheaper to the same package if I was going with Sky. I get it all through BT.
You don't get Ultra HD though, do you? That's the thing.
You do Ultimate on BT Sport.
Yeah, only on BT. We don't get on Sky stuff. Yeah.
No, but then you don't get BT Ultimate on Sky.
No, but I pay for a BT Ultimate because I've got BT Broadband. I get BT Sport, BT Ultimate, and I get all the Ultra HD stuff through Sky. Yeah. So I've got everything at the minute in super duper. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, I've got an engineer visit booked for early January, so I have to wait a bit for it to actually get installed.
Did you drive way up?
Well, no, I don't think they do. they've got a because they did a cable relatively recently, so there is a thing potentially they might be able to push through. So we'll see. But yeah, in January is my visit. And I get 1 disc and 1 phone included, plus 10 quid delivery to start with.
Just tell them straight away you want 2 discs. They'll send them straight away. You can have 3. Doesn't cost any extra.
Yeah.
But you can tell them straight away when you get back on the phone and when they send the shit, tell them you want 2 to start with.
I'll see how it goes with the 1 because we'll see.
Right.
But
All right. Okay, we're moving on.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll go next. First off, I just started. I don't know. Has anyone ever here heard of Ben Heck? Ben Heckendorn. He's like basically a hacker. Yeah, so he's a hacker. He sort of, I think, became sort of internet famous. I think really because he was doing mods on old consoles, like taking old Commodores or whatever and building handhelds. I think building handhelds was the thing he became the most famous for with the internet community, like Atari 2600 handhelds or Nintendo NES handhelds he was building. And basically self-trained guy, very, very fucking clever, very good at electronics. And he's always been had quite a very good internet presence. Years ago, he started a podcast, probably back, I think, 2005. And I started going back, and I always enjoyed his podcast. It was some good banter and very like-minded sort of stuff that we're into, like, geeky stuff. And I went back and I started listening to his podcast from episode 1 back in 2005, and it's just been. And they've just got hold, or they've had the Xbox 360 for a year, and the Wii has just been released. And I got to say, it's just been fucking fascinating listening to going back.
Of it, and
well, even just listening to what they were thinking about the systems before they were released. So if if we sit here and comment on things,
right,
we're all like can move on and then whatever, but you forget that you can go back now and see what the shit, all the shit talking or whatever. I mean, they are slating the Wii. They really don't. They're not too sure. They're sitting there hedging their bets on whether it's going to be. They sort of in the back of their minds know that Nintendo.
Imagine how stupid we're going to look when Stadia turns out to be a fucking massive success.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. But yeah, it's just been really interesting. They just the episode I just listened to, they were talking about Gears of War. He's just been playing Gears of War on the 360, and that's been really nice. Yeah, the first one.
Yeah.
And it's the same time, when I had got a 360, and I got my first, I think it was a 1080p TV or whatever, basically a high def TV. Like, it was really nice listening to the episode and being reminded of the eye candy of Gears of War back then when it came out. Like, we hadn't seen stuff that great, that looked that great. And that was one of the first really good looking titles, I think, on the 360. I mean, there were other titles before that, but I don't think anything like that was a really, really good launch for the 360. It was an interesting game. It had like some really interesting mechanics, looked brilliant. And and anyway, so I've gone back and I've been listening to that. He's still pumping out videos on YouTube. So I'm always interested in what he's up to. But yeah, that's one of the things that's been a nice podcast listen this week, going back and listening to some old stuff like that. The other thing I've got on my list is Wednesday. I see that's on Dave's list as well. Yeah, so I didn't even know this was a thing, but my daughter put it on the weekend, it's called Wednesday. It's based around Wednesday Addams of the Addams Family, and
on Netflix.
On a Netflix for a modern era. It's she's basically a kid detective, right?
Yeah. So
she's Enola Holmes. Is she?
My wife keeps asking me to watch Enola Holmes too. I'm like,
yeah. The premise is Wednesday is sent off to a boarding school of sorts, a boarding school because she's
trouble.
She's Wednesday Addams and she's been kicked out of the schools, and this is a school for not extraordinary, but what's the word that I use?
I don't know. Anyway, kids with special abilities or whatever like that. There's like werewolves and sirens and there's some kid who's got Medusa head or whatever like that.
special school. Like, I'm
Yeah.
using the finger quotes. Special school. But yes, it does turn into a detective whodunit story. I'm not sure how much, Fraser. Have you watched it all? Have you finished it?
We only got a couple of episodes left. I think we're up to. I think we've got 3 left to go. 5 or 6 we're at.
So, but there's a lot of callbacks to some of the old Addams Family. I know some of the original people that worked on the other Addams Family in the 60s, and also some of the people in the films.
Early 90s, yeah.
Yeah, they worked on it as well. So there's
Well,
a
I
lot
only
of
found
callbacks
out this morning from one of my daughter's friends that Christina Ricci, who is the teacher
was
with the big blue
Wednesday.
glasses.
She's the original Wednesday Addams.
Well, not original.
Yeah, right. I didn't.
In
I
the
didn't even
movies.
spot
Sorry, the
in the
series.
movies. Yeah, I didn't even spot her.
No. No.
But I have to say, oh, sorry, go on, Dave.
Yeah, I was going to say, both me and my daughter, who's 12, and the missus think it's absolutely amazing. Like, it's such a good portrayal of Wednesday Addams.
Yeah, it's Tim Burton, right? It's Tim Burton.
Yeah, Tim Burton
doing
produces it. I don't know if he's directing it.
Yeah, but he's got his hand on it, so it's effectively something of good Tim Burton quality extended out to like 6 hours or whatever. It's yeah. They've done it. Who those responsible for it, you can tell they care about it. They care about the subject matter. They care about the IP. And I have to say, my favorite thing about it, out of everything, is the casting of her parents, Morticia and Gomez.
See, I wasn't sure about Gomez.
I think Gomez, because it's what's his name, Louis Guzman. So you're used to
yeah.
Who's that?
He's short, fat Mexican guy, right? And Morticia is played by Welsh girlie. What's her name? Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yes,
Right,
she's
right,
really good.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
But if you go back and look at the cartoons of the Addams Family, like where it originated from, Gomez wasn't the big, tall, suave, debonair guy that he was in the movies. He was like short, and pretty much ugly, right?
Right, yeah.
And I just think he's brilliant. I think the two of them just, the fact that she's so elegant and he's so like he's quite suave in a way, but I mean he's pig ugly in another way. that massive contradiction really, really works for me.
Yeah, I think that's where I see the movies, the Addams Family and Addams Family Values. The guy who played him,
Raul
in that,
Julia.
he was, and he died like soon
a while
after,
ago.
didn't he? But yeah, like and that was how I pictured. And then when he showed up in the series, I was like, oh, it wasn't quite for it.
Yeah. See, I was aware of what he was like in the cartoons, and so when I saw
Right.
him, I was like, "Oh, they've nailed that! Right, that is just brilliant." So, but yeah, it's really good. It's really good.
But
value.
the lady who plays Wednesday absolutely nails it.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah, like you've seen the dancing scene as well.
Yeah, the dancing scene we watched last night. I was just about to mention that. When I saw that, I was like, "Holy smokes! That is just that was something else."
It's like to be honest, it's quite funny because a lot of people, I've seen a few things on the internet and people have been sort of slating it or saying, oh, it doesn't fit in. It doesn't. It's just like, actually no, it does. It's like a perfect goth weird dance, and she doesn't care that she's weird, and everybody's looking at her, and it's the whole point. The whole point is it's weird and she doesn't care. But like her not caring about it being weird makes it really good.
Yeah. I didn't even think it was that weird though. I mean, I thought it was totally different for what you than what you were seeing. But it reminded me a lot of old sort of 60s weird dancing they had back then anyway, right? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's great. I'm really enjoying it.
It's if you haven't watched it, definitely watch it. It's on Netflix.
I will be watching.
It's a great family thing. Like
We don't do things as a family.
So, but no, that I'd definitely recommend it. I'm sure Fraser will as well. But
Absolutely,
yeah.
yeah. Very impressed. And that's pretty much, I think, all I have. I'm sure there's other things, but Pilch, what have you got here on your list?
I've got a few little. I haven't really done a lot since I was on last. Been down the gym a lot.
That's good.
We can see.
Good. I made a small purchase. I bought a Xbox Elite 2 controller.
Oh,
No.
really?
Yes. I had the original Elite, but as all fucking Xbox controllers, the triggers broke. So that went in the bin. I bought that when I got Call of Duty 2019. And a new Call of Duty came out, so I thought I'd better purchase a new controller for it, hadn't I? So I did that. It was oh god, it was a lot. 140 quid.
Oof.
What a
But it
waste
is
of money.
nice.
Who'd
It's a
spend that
nice
sort of
little
money
bit
on
of
that?
kit. It's a nice little bit of kit. It's nothing like the standard controllers. It's very nice. And they did a little update for the. Turns out it's got RGB color on the little.
Haven't the old
Xbox
ones got that, but they
thingy-majig.
didn't tell anyone? Is that right?
Yeah, and they never turned it on. They never
Yeah.
activated it. Had them all that time. So now I can choose what color my little Xbox sign comes on the controller, which is nice. You
Brilliant.
can change it because you've got different settings, different whatever they are, sort of button layouts. You can have 3 different presets. You can change the color for each
Like profiles,
one.
right?
So I've got, yeah, so you can see what profile you're on just by the color of the
Okay, that's
light,
cool.
which is quite good. And obviously you can.
How many
map all your
profiles have you
buttons
got
and
on there?
shit. 3.
They all COD ones.
They are. Yeah.
Sniper, melee, and M4.
So that's nice. It's a lovely thing, really. It's a lot of money, but it is a nice controller. Hopefully, it'll not pack up. I know they
Well,
still have
that's
wandering
the
sticks and
dream,
shit,
isn't it?
but
It
if it
survived.
lasts a couple of years, then that will do.
You got your warranty
The
on
main
it.
reason it's got they've got a year warranty on them now. They only used to have
Keep that fucker safe.
fucking 2 months. Yeah, and I bought it from Microsoft as well, so rather than through Amazon, so at least they know, I've got a Microsoft receipt, so I've covered myself a bit better if I get it done.
Yeah, they'll have a record of the
So I
serial
bought
number
that.
too, right?
Yeah, that's right. We've booked a holiday. First holiday for quite a
Ooh.
few years.
Quite nice.
We're going to Toronto.
Nice.
Oh, are we going to meet?
Yes, I think we probably are.
Good
It'll be in
stuff.
June next year. We'll have 4 or 5 days in Toronto, then we'll go over to Niagara Falls, and then we're probably going to go to New York. I haven't done the final, booked that little bit yet, and then fly home from New York. So we'll be there about probably 10 days. Should be lovely.
Nice.
What's in
supposed to
Toronto?
go
What's the why Toronto? Why apart from Fraser in there, obviously.
Of course.
Because I've never been to Toronto, and I didn't want to go. It was that or Vancouver, and I didn't want to go on a horrendously long flight to Vancouver. So, and the missus wants to go to see Niagara Falls, so
Yeah.
that's what we're doing.
Nice.
Could have gone to New York.
We're going to New York as well, so that'll be all right. I've been there. I think I've been to New York 3 times, but there was 2 big buildings there last time I was there.
Ooh, blimey, that was a while ago.
Yeah,
it was a while ago. So that's something to look forward to. We've had some shitty few months, so give us something to look forward to. What have I watched? Okay, on Disney, Guardians of the Galaxy. There's a Christmas special.
I saw that when I was flicking through the other day.
It is quite good actually. It's quite funny.
What if you
It's
don't
only
like
40
any of the Marvel stuff anymore? Is it still good?
Oh, it's very Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
maybe.
much point.
I might
probably,
watch it.
if you don't like it.
So is that live action or is it cartoon?
Yes. Well, yeah. I started watching
CGI'd.
it, and it started off as a cartoon, and I thought, "What the fuck am I watching here?" And then after about 5 minutes, it goes into
Spoilers.
being the proper. It's all the proper people are in it. All the they're not like
Dave
it's all-
Batistuta. Whatever is that his name?
he's in there, yeah, whatever his name is.
Is he?
And there's a cameo appearance, which
Not
is basically what
Batistuta, is it? Because that's the guy who
No,
played for
that's a
Argentina.
footballer, isn't
Yeah, yeah, whatever his name is, yeah.
Dave.
I don't know what his name is. But
Name's Dave.
it's
Batistuta
good
or
actually. It's
something.
very
Batista.
Christmassy, feel good little thing. There's another one actually. Who's still got Apple TV?
I've just
Anyone?
resubbed through my PS5. Slow Horses
Yeah.
second
Right.
series has just come out, I think, as well.
Oh, has it? Oh, we'll have to get
There's
down
a film
there.
I
Yeah.
haven't watched yet, but I want to watch it. It's got Will Ferrell and who's that other shit that
Ryan
Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, yes. But I think it's basically Scrooge. It's called Spirited. That's supposed to be hilarious. I haven't seen it yet.
I've seen the adverts on YouTube that Ryan Reynolds
It's
does on
supposed to
that.
be really
It's
good.
yeah.
Only other thing, I've watched loads of shit, but I watched the SAS Rogue Heroes. It's on BBC.
Oh, it's been
I don't
alright,
know whether you can get it. That was good. The makers of Peaky Blinders are behind
I've not
it,
watched that.
and that was really good.
So what, is that a
What?
documentary or is that a
No.
drama?
It's
Drama.
what do they call it?
It's set in.
It's when they based the fictional events
It's
based on like
it's based on a true story, but obviously it's been embellished a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, that was really good. They dumped it all on iPlayer in one go, but they were showing it
that reminds me.
weekly. So I just watched the whole lot in one go because it was so fucking good.
Oh, good. Oh, that good. Have you watched Traitors?
No.
Oh, I've only watched a couple of episodes, but it's like Among Us for posh people. It's fucking good. So that's on the iPlayer. It's all on. Well, I don't know if the whole thing. I think the whole thing's on iPlayer, and it's like one a week on BBC. But yeah, Traitors. That's pretty good.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know if you can get it over in Canada. Who normally shows the BBC shit on? Who normally takes that for?
No idea.
I think Netflix do show quite a lot of BBC stuff.
No, I mean, some of the bigger dramas will make it to the streaming channels, like
it'll probably be on there. It was
whatever obscure stuff. It's just hit and miss what you're going to
I
get.
don't think this is quite a big deal. This Rogue Heroes thing. It's quite a big thing.
It is.
Yeah. Okay.
It's one of the sort of ones that will probably sell everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
It's going to carry. It'll continue. There'll be more seasons of it. There's only 6 episodes, which is a bit disappointing, but yeah, very good. Yeah, I think that's probably it. Just the usual shit I've been doing, working and going down the gym and.
Sold any cars? Bought any cars?
No, still on the same car that I bought in July. So it's been tucked up in the garage since the end of September. So it ain't moved since then. So, but no, still got the little mini Cabernet. I think that's about it. Yeah, I mean, there's probably loads of stuff I've done, but not worth talking about.
All right.
Move on, Dave.
Cool.
Davey.
Well, I've not been very well this week. I got the illness that the missus had.
But it wasn't the oof.
The not COVID.
Well, she tested positive, but I tested negative. But I've definitely had the same as her, so I don't know. Yeah. So
I'm beginning to think that this COVID is worked its way around these tests.
Yeah, it's undetectable by the old
have
tests.
So many people have been ill, and they've just had a test, and you think, it's this like perfect symptoms. Everybody's getting it.
Could be just flu.
Could be just flu.
Except you'd be off with flu because that like makes you feel like shit. So.
I was off since I was supposed to be off on Tuesday, but I was working. But yeah, I've been off the last couple of days. But yeah, so I've watched a bit of shit, basically. I watched Moonfall. I don't know if anybody else watched Moonfall.
I heard of this. Not ringing any bells.
It's a sci-fi with one of the guys, Sam from Game of Thrones, and some other people, and it's a ridiculous. The fucking
from Game. Oh right, yeah. He was a priest guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah. But yeah, the moon is falling to the earth. There you go.
Oh, I do remember seeing this. So this looks fucking stupid.
It is stupid. Yeah.
Is it a film?
Yeah.
Well, is it the one that no one believed them? The government said you've got to go and blow it up. Oh yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah,
it's all right. It's got a like ginger girl in it. What's her bloody name? It was good. It was all right. No, actually, I lie. It wasn't good, was it? It was comical. They say comical, but
it was very like
comically bad. It's one of those so bad it's good, maybe.
No.
Oh,
no, it's so bad it's sad.
It's so bad it was like that was pretty bad, but yeah. So yeah. If you've got fucking an hour and 30 to.
I've got a fucking the Batman to watch. That's half the Batman.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, to be fair, the premise of it was quite good. Basically, she discovers that the moon is getting closer to the Earth.
Yeah.
So she goes and tells the powers that be, and first of all they don't believe her, and then when they realise they do believe her, the government is trying to hush it up because there's an election coming.
Yeah.
So they're carrying on.
That sounds completely unrealistic.
Literally, the moon is going to crash into the Earth, and they're worried about voters, so they're keeping it all hush hush. And they have to try and send rockets up to blow the moon up and change its trajectory, and things go wrong, and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
it's one of them stupid little things. It's worth. I don't know, is it worth watching, Dave?
I think if you've literally got nothing else to watch it.
Yeah.
No.
But
I think I watched it when I had COVID.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's when I saw it. Because
Yeah.
I watched a lot of shit when I had COVID.
So yeah, there was that. Black Adam. I don't know if anybody else has watched this.
I've watched all 4 series of Black Adam.
Black Adam.
No, the film with.
Weird choice that, putting The Rock as Black Adam.
Is that not what we're talking about?
He doesn't look anything like Rowan Atkinson. What's all that about?
Oh, jeez. Go on, don't get railroaded by him.
I've been waiting for this joke.
Black Adam, not a Marvel film. I think it's DC.
Not a historic comedy either.
Not a historic comedy either. It is The Rock. Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Is he Black Adam?
He's. Thing is, they don't actually.
It would be great if they had
Black Adam. The whole film.
Dave, get control of this now. Tell Neil to be quiet. Tell Pilch to be quiet, and tell us about this film and how bad it is.
Who was playing Baldrick? That's all I want.
Oh, jeez.
It's good to have you back, Pilch. It's good to have you back.
Green.
So
yes, I said that literally yesterday in something else.
This film, it's so bad. It's the way that they portray a Western society saving a country that's being oppressed by what seems to be South African troops. But not only saving them, they're saving the wrong side. And then a hero turns up and they try and take out the hero. And I'm not sure if they're being self-referential in that how bad the hero complex of USA is, or if they believe it, or if they actually think that it's what they should be doing. But the whole concept of the whole film is this country needs to be saved from itself. It's so weird. It's so bad that I don't know. It it is so bad that I think everybody should see it and just see it for like how bad
How
it
long is
actually
it? Is this the other half of Batman?
This is the other half of Batman, yeah.
Saying that, Neil, I would probably take Moonfall and Black Adam over the Batman.
Really? Oh, it's not that bad. I thought it was good, the Batman. Everyone says it's good. Apart from you.
But no, it's not.
Apart from the 3 other people in
Yeah.
this call.
No, never.
Remember when Batman movies were fun?
No?
I'm Batman. When?
What?
When were they fun?
No, hang on. They
I
were
like-
good when
I
they
like-
weren't fun, weren't they?
I like Batman. I liked
What, Dark Knight
Batman
and all
is
that?
fun whenever you see Batman beating up people.
Oh, does he not do that? then?
being the Batman.
Wow.
Does it, are
Anyway,
wings like a
let's-
shield
no,
of
sorry,
steel?
let's not get.
Or is that something
Let's
else?
not get. Let's
No,
got.
I don't want to get
what-
weighed down
anyway,
by how
let's-
shit Batman is.
Yeah, go carry
I mean,
on.
it's
Where
not
are
as
we?
shit as Spider-Man, but it's pretty shit.
So not only is the ethical and sort of geopolitical message of the actual film Black Adam pretty bad and wrong on so many levels, it also suffers from the hero problem is that he is undeniably like impervious to everything. That's the whole thing. It's like Superman, but he doesn't actually have the kryptonite. There's nothing that stops him.
They could solve
So-
every problem if
So
you chose to.
like, and even what they call the heroes going, oh no, we know we can't beat him, but we've got to try and stop him.
Hang on, is Black Adam
I don't-
bad? Oh,
Yes,
it's ambiguous.
no, maybe.
Ambiguous.
It depends on which side you're on. If you're on this
Well, if you're on the
oppressed
side where he's
country's side that
kicking the
he's
shit
come
out of
to-
you, probably not.
yeah. So it's really weird. It's like I don't know. The film is called Black Adam, but you're shown to be on the side of the heroes that come in to save the country, but Black Adam shouldn't be there, and he's like killing the people that are like occupying this country. And then
Did you pay money to go see this?
no, I didn't.
As if he
And I'm
did.
fucking
You know he's
glad
got
I
a
didn't.
dodgy box.
You're not really.
Yeah, but I also
painting
know
this
Dave
film
goes
now.
to the movies, right?
I do go to the
Occasionally.
movies. No, but I like. Yeah,
Oh, in
it was.
1935 now. Go to the movies.
No, it was.
Is it still called the movies? Do you go to the movies, Francis? or
The
do you go
flicks.
to
I don't know where-
cinema?
The moving pictures. The talkies.
Does someone
Silver
play the
screen.
piano while
Always.
you're there?
Yes. I
Um.
tell you what, that'd be damn sight more entertaining than half the shit we get these days.
So
Indeed.
yeah, it's if you get a
Some
chance
guy
to see it, and I
tramping
think
away
it's-
on a piano up the front, you can throw stuff
He's
at him.
fucking, look, don't let him.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right when he
Don't
does
let
it.
him
It's all right
railroad
when he
this.
does it, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you get a chance to see us on Sky, which I'm sure it will be on shortly, fucking just watch it just to see how bad it is,
You
because
can watch
I
the
think
Batman
it is
this
that
week
one.
on Sky.
It's a weird. I don't know if I was just in the wrong mood or like I was just taking it wrong, but like I just found it wrong on so many different levels. So
It's no schmigadoon. That's what you're saying.
Oh, I still haven't watched the last episode of that. I should probably do that
Yeah.
while I've got Apple Plus for a bit.
So yeah, so there's that. I was talking about Wednesday. We spoke about that, and the last thing that I watched was a season of something called the White Lotus.
I watched the
I've heard
first
of
couple
this.
of episodes of this. It's fucking weird.
It's weird.
Did you like the close up of
just
the guy's
watch
cock and
weird
balls
things.
in the second episode or whatever it was? I was like, what?
Yeah, that was unexpected. Basically, yeah, one of the guys was complaining to his wife.
You're really going to explain the scene to us?
Well,
We
no,
don't need the scene explained to us.
no, I'm not gonna blow by blow, so to speak, but
Oh, yeah.
like he was explaining that like he thought something was wrong with his
He's waiting for a
genitals.
result, isn't he? Waiting for a phone call from the
Yeah,
doctors to find
yeah.
out whether he's got
And then so
a
it
problem.
says to his wife, "Oh, can you just look?" And then like the camera pans to the POV from her view of him holding his dick and his balls. And it's like, what the fuck?
It's like a full 55-inch screen of his cock and balls.
In Neil's case, surround sound as well.
I haven't watched it since I bought my Sonos. Maybe I'll go back and watch it again.
So yeah, that was quite funny. But it's a really weird thing. It's a really weird series. Is that
What's his name? Stifler's mum is in it.
Stifler's mum's in it? Yeah.
It's quite funny,
the-
I think.
It is
Well,
an
I saw it.
extremely funny. Like, I don't know. It's a hotel, the White Lotus. And
Is it in the
you're following
Caribbean or
this-
something like that? It looks a bit like.
It's in Hawaii.
Right, okay.
It's in not Honolulu, but one of
Honolulu.
the smaller islands. Honolulu. One of the smaller islands off the main
Which one?
coast. I don't know.
Lulu.
So and it's following the stories of like 4 or 5 different families that have travelled over and staying in this hotel. And yeah, it's really good. There is a second series actually on Sky at the moment, finishing
And other
soon.
alternative sources probably as well.
Yeah. But no, we watched it on Sky. Season 1 catch up. Like 6 or 8 episodes. Can't really remember. 6, I think. But yeah, it's fun. Probably not suitable for kids.
No way.
Definitely not.
Why not?
I don't know. It's just like, but yeah, it's a good one actually. If you get a chance to watch it, watch.
If you,
I have
if
an
you don't mind
issue
watching a
in
cock
that
and
you
balls
just-
occasionally.
No,
I have an
absolutely.
issue that you said it's probably not suitable for children. I mean,
I don't know. Well,
Do you have an issue? It's
genitals are
okay, I can say it's
fact of
definitely not
life, so-
suitable for young kids.
there you go.
And
yeah.
I wouldn't watch it with awkward teenagers either.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard people mention this before, so I think I do want to give that a look.
It's a good romp.
It's,
There you
fu-
go.
it's,
There-
it's weird and funny. That's for sure.
Yeah, there's situations where you're just like, don't do that. Or
Don't
you're
people
like, yeah,
die?
no, I'm
Do people
totally on
die
board
in
with
it? Is it something weird like
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think the
first
first thing
scene
is where the guy's on the plane, isn't he? And he's on his way home or something, and his girlfriend died or something. Is that right?
right.
something like that.
Okay. I will paint the picture of the first scene, and it sets the scene for the rest of the White Lotus. Is that you see, right? You're at an airport. It's also very yellow coloured. All the cinematography of it is a very yellowed and kind of like an 80s vibe with a lot of wood panel and things like that. But it's not based in the 80s because everyone's got mobile phones and people are vaping. So it's like so it sets the scene of a old hotel that's a upmarket older hotel, and yeah, that's why it's a little bit weird as well. But the first scene is you're at a hotel departure, and there's a guy and another couple starts talking to him. Oh, why are you here? It's like, oh, I'm on my honeymoon. Like, where's your wife? Don't fucking talk to me about that. And he walks off to look at the airplane, and then you see a human remains box being loaded into the airplane, and then it cuts to 2
Sorry,
weeks
it's
a
pretty
earlier.
dark.
human remains box.
Yeah, a coffin.
Yeah. But it says human remains on it
Oh, does it? Okay.
in a like a human shaped box being loaded onto the plane. Then it's like cut to 2 weeks earlier.
I think we should try and use that though more often now. Whenever we see
A
a
human
coffin, we
remains
should call it a
box.
human remains box.
But yeah, 2 weeks earlier, a load of people on a boat are arriving on a hotel, and all the staff are waving at them as they're arriving. So you're led to make your own judgment
Assumptions.
about what's
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. But I didn't watch it
All right.
after 2 episodes. So it's because there's too many other things going on.
That sounds like one to watch
Another
too.
one to miss. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you got 1-1. It's 1-1.
And that's it. Apart from being ill, watching a load of shit, watching some good stuff.
You got 50-50 there. I think it's like two terrible ones and 2 good ones.
Yeah. The films, shit. The series, really good.
Good. Oh, I finished. I binned off Sweet Tooth, by the way. I told you I was watching that,
Mm.
which was the one about the deer, baby, kid hybrids or whatever. I got to
Yeah.
episode 4, and that was it. I noped out of there. I'd had enough.
Okay.
So.
Oh, I nearly got made to watch the Notebook film.
I don't know what that is.
No, I have no idea.
It's a really old film that the missus says was really good.
Oof,
And I
beware.
looked at the synopsis and went, nope.
Nope.
It sounds like something. I don't know.
It was like, this is a girl's film. I'm not
It's not on
watching
my
it.
radar that at all. I know. I've heard of it. There's a reason I've not watched it. Sure.
The ladies love it. Apparently, it's about
Oh.
like
Just like that episode, that scene in the White Lotus.
just all that. No, I'll be into that. It's about a gentleman reading a story to a lady in a care home. Stories from a notebook, and it turns out to be her
So what have we been
diary.
playing then?
Right, it's time for a pee. That's what we're playing.
I'm going to take a free
We're
break.
taking a refreshment break.
Is this an actual thing, is it?
A refreshment
Oh,
break.
Actual
Yeah.
thing.
And
Well,
it's also
I don't know,
a beer
yeah.
run / toilet break.
All right.
What happens on the stream when this is going
Oh,
on?
you'll see if you're watching the stream, won't you? We're back in shortly.
It's the magic. All right, we're back. Okay, let's move on to some video games then. And Pilch, you want to start us off?
Okay, right. Well, seeing as none of you have talked about it, I played the campaign. Right, I bought the Vault edition of COD, £99.99, which meant I got the campaign a week before everybody else.
That would have been
Um,
perfect time to play it because, yeah, I've tried the campaign, but I've just not done it.
Well, I finished it in a day. It's only 7 hours long.
I'm not going to show campaign
then-
gameplay, by the way.
No, I wouldn't bother. Right, I'll just quickly say it was a bit disappointing. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, okay.
There was some good. There weren't no classic elements of it like Gilly Up or No Russian.
Mm.
It was a solid campaign, but there was two parts of the campaign, 2 levels that were stealth shit. You
Yeah.
had to sneak around and make craft stuff, like little incendiary
Crafting
devices
in a
and you had
COD.
to- Yeah, it was horrific, and it totally spoiled the whole game for me. But anyway, so I finished it in a day anyway, and then I realised I can't play multiplayer for a bloody week. What can I possibly play before this comes out? Well, lo and behold, Vampire Survivors appeared on the Xbox.
Yes.
So I thought
Yes.
I'd have a little go at that.
So you had never tried
Oh,
that, even though
no.
you'd heard us talk about it aloud.
I had, because
But you got it on Steam,
tried.
didn't
Yeah, I got it on Steam. It was like 50p or something stupid like that. But I couldn't get on with it on my playing it with a controller on my Mac, so I didn't play it for long. But anyway, so I started playing it, and I was just dying after like 2 minutes. but then I'd unlock another weapon, and then I'd be last a bit longer. And I got to about 20 minutes a few times and kept dying. And then something happened. I must have just unlocked enough. I think I got garlic, which changed the whole game.
This is the
ball
first
stack.
game changer.
Yeah.
Yes. And then it just clicked. And I played it for fucking hours. Hours and hours and hours. I ended up getting every level I can you kill after half-hour boss? Can you kill him?
Yes, apparently
Yes.
you can. I have never
Right,
succeeded.
Okay.
I've not managed
Right,
to do
well,
that. I need to go back.
I ended up playing it so much that I found every hidden thing on all the maps. I unlocked and evolved. Is it evolved? No,
Yeah.
what do they call it?
Yeah, evolving the
Every
weapon types.
single weapon.
This is
including the ones that you have.
absolutely shocking news because it looked like you'd binned it off after like
No. If you have a look at my achievements, I've got 50% of the achievements, 600 and something points. I played that fucking game to death. I completed every single level to half hour, all the bonus levels, done the fucking lot. I just didn't manage to kill mate at any point. I would say there doesn't seem to be. I mean, you guys were going banging on about the strategy of the game. I just got garlic. I got the flame, the things that go, the water one,
Santa
holy
water, is it,
water.
or something?
Yeah, something like that. And then
Yeah.
and then the one with the crosses that kept going round and round in a
The
circle.
Bible.
Oh, the
King's
books.
Bible.
Yeah, I just stayed in the middle of the map and just fucking wiped everything for half an hour, and then that was it.
Yeah, well, what about you? Got,
So easy,
it's
it
what
was
happens
ridiculous.
after half an hour. Getting to half an hour is only the
Right.
first part of the game.
Right, so I never managed to kill. I think I killed 2 of the half-hour bosses.
Oh well, fair
But
play.
I found everything on all the maps. I evolved everything, including the ones where you have to evolve one and then evolve another one, so it evolves into something else. It was fucking crazy, absolutely batshit mental. When literally the whole screen is just full of little light balls of light because you've just wiped everything out. I don't know how long. I think it was 17 hours in the end I played it for.
Yeah, that's a good
It's a good
go.
game.
Yep, that's a
But
lot.
I didn't get. I think the highest I got something like about level 180 or something in one of the. I think the library was the easiest one to do.
Yeah, that's
because
where
it
I
was
had
only a
most success. Was
small
in the
little
library.
area.
Yeah.
It's quite compact. But yeah, I found all the little things on the maps, all the little bits and pieces, and then multiplayer Call of Duty started. So that was the end of that.
So more
And
stuff's
since
come out
then-
since I've played Vampire Survivors. There's definitely been additions
Has it?
since
Okay.
I played it last.
But it was good. It was definitely, like I say, I'll give it a good old go. So
Yeah.
I was impressed by it because it was pretty much sit and let it do itself once you got every fucking weapon under the sun.
I think you have to be impressed
just
from the fact
every-
that it milked 17 hours out of you. You know, that's not bad for a game that sort of
Yeah.
sounds
It's
like some guy knocked up
It's
like
nearly
in now.
stick Batman's.
Yeah. So, okay, Call of Duty multiplayer came out. That is all I've played. I've played 75 hours of it so far. I have finished the Battle Pass. I've got another 62 days to twiddle my thumbs now because I finished the Battle Pass in a week. I'm rank 159 now, which is Prestige level 3. I fucking love it. Absolutely.
How long has this been out?
love it. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Right, yeah, 2 weeks. I think it's
you
2
ready
weeks.
for some Battlefield then?
Oh yeah, I see that come on for free. I've got a whole load. I've been putting all the Game Pass games to one side. I've got a nice little pile of them ready to review. But at the moment, I'm just playing COD. I've been playing private games we've got a group of about 8 of my mates that we're playing private games and just I've tried. Oh, we played together, didn't we, Dave?
We did. Yeah, we jumped in. Yeah, last weekend.
We played a bit of multiplayer and a bit of DMZ.
And a
which
Warzone.
was- I still don't. Yeah, we did. I never really liked Warzone. I only ever really played Resurgence on that.
That was the mini
hopefully they'll
Warzone,
bring
was
that
it?
back.
Resurgence.
Yeah.
Yeah. DMC seems quite good if you can get into it, but it's a little bit complicated. It seems to be complicated.
It's getting a lot of love.
Picking a lot of shit up.
It's getting a lot of love, I see.
Picking
Yeah, I'm
Mouse
hearing
Saga
that
seems
too,
to
like-
like it.
but I don't understand why I'm picking stuff up, looting things, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it all. But it's quite.
Does it not help you in the
interesting.
other versions of the variants of the game? Like, does it not help you in the multiplayer and all that if you pick up stuff in DMZ?
No,
No.
and you can't use your loadouts. So even though I've unlocked like nearly most of the guns and all the attachments, it's good for Warzone because you make a loadout for Warzone. Gives you an advantage because as soon as you get a loadout, you get all your shit. But I don't think you can make loadouts in DMZ. They give you a standard set. I think is that right?
You can bring in one gun, with
Okay.
with a build that you like, in your
Okay,
backpack.
yeah.
But yeah,
But, I mean, it's quite good. It's quite good to, I think, to not worry so much about killing people and just piddling about for a little bit. Obviously, there are other people near you, but you get a little bit of time just to bugger about. You can get in cars and get in ATVs and just mess about for 20 minutes before someone wipes you out. But that was good. Yeah, I'll definitely play some more of it. But multiplayer's what I've been doing most of. I only play a kill confirmed and team deathmatch. I don't do any of the
the other bots.
Yeah,
Domination,
I cut them all
hardpoint.
off. Yeah. The only time I play them is if I play shootouts because that was the first of the old maps that they brought back. And then you're just on a rotation of all the
Game
so you get
types.
domination, free. Yeah, you have to play them game types if you go in the shoothouse rotation. But I've
So
been
what's
doing
the,
my dailies.
Let me ask this then. What's the pilch strat of now? Like, when you play these games, you have a sort of little something that you sort of fall into that gets you the kills or something, right?
Right, I've got an M4, which I've just unlocked actually because I finished about the battle pass. I've got this beautiful chrome, gold, and silver M4, which has been you can do fine tuning now on your equipment, and if you get blueprints, some of them are fine tuned already, so they're super fucking cool. And
What would fine tuning do? What would that?
It just makes like you can adjust the aim down sight speed. You can adjust that, and then on a sliding scale, so you can, if you move the scale up, that your hip fire will be less accurate, but your aim down sights. I've got instant aim down
Oh,
sights.
so you can't jack everything to the best it can. You've got
it'll always balance off something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right.
So I use that, and okay, there's a perk called overclocked and one called resupply. So I carry proximity mines, and you only get one lethal thrower of whatever you want to throwable, whatever you want to call it. But if you get resupply, it's constantly giving you more, and then if you get overclocked, it speeds that up. So I drop mines everywhere I go. It
Like
used to be claymores, but it used to be claymores, but basically the claymores stay on the ground, and it blows you up as you walk past it. But the proximity mines go up in the air, so they come up to head height,
Right.
and then blow up everything that's around at head height. So you can dodge them. If you tread on one, as it's going up in the air, you can lay on the floor, and that's how you dodge them. You used to be able to jump over the claymores. So, but I use the proximity mines. I've currently got 1,400 proximity mine kills in this game already, which is a lot.
Right.
And I'm up to 2.5. I think I've got 3,000 kills with them four. But they've got daily challenges that help you boost up your rank. So you might have to use an LMG, get 10 headshots in an LMG, and then get 3 kills using battle harden. So it makes you change your loadout every day to get these dailies.
Do you
can
enjoy
get some
that?
massive. I do, yeah. I've got my loadout that I like. As soon as I've done the dailies, I go back to my loadout and then carry on playing the game. But I
Yeah.
like to do the dailies first because you get in a normal game, you'd probably get 3,000-4,000 points, but the dailies you get there's 3 dailies to start with. You get 2,500 points for each one, and then once you've completed them 3, you get another 2 where you get 10,000 points for doing them. And it might be something really easy like 2 claymore kills. You get 10,000 points. So if you do your dailies, you're getting like 30,000 points in a couple of games. So you just rank up so far.
Which is like 4 or 5 levels.
That seems to be de rigueur for like battle passes, right? If you have the main sort of like big chunky weekly sort of stuff, but if you grind away at the dailies, you can usually kill a battle pass without much. But they want you in there every day doing the dailies, right?
Yeah, but like I say, I've still got 63, 64 days to do my battle pass, and I've finished it already.
There's nothing to do over the level 100 or whatever, 100 or whatever.
No, and as you rank up, you get a token. Basically, the battle pass now, you can choose where you want to go in this sort of little areas and choose which things you want to unlock in order. But you still have to unlock all 100 to finish it. So you get a token. As you're ranking up, you get a token to spend. So you need 100 tokens. I'm now not getting any tokens because I've finished it. So although the little thing comes up and says that I've progressed, it doesn't give me any more tokens. So I can't unlock anything else. And apparently, if you stored up tokens, when the battle pass finishes, you lose all those tokens. So you can't carry some over and think, because I thought, I can start fucking collecting this shit now. Collect tokens, and then when the new battle pass starts, I can start using them tokens. But no, once you hit 100, it all goes. What's he laughing at?
Oh, Neil's clocked that I've got a clothes dryer in the back.
Putting something in the chat, is he?
And I was saying no knickers. No knickers on the dryer.
Anyway, so it's very, very... Multiplayer is multiplayer. It is still... I mean, I played over 1,000 hours of last.
That's crazy.
Modern Warfare, so... I mean, I'm already on 70 hours in 2 weeks, so it's not going to take me long to rack up 1,000 hours.
Unless you start playing a good game.
I
I'll
want
watch
to
Batman
play
a couple
the
of times.
DMZ is going to be very good with people. It's not very good on your own. It's not brilliant with 2 people. If you get 4 people all piled
Do you need
into a
4,
car,
do you?
3.
3. You can only have
3.
3. Yeah, which is fucking all these games are only 3, aren't they? It's bloody stupid. But
so is 3 better? Because the funny thing is, like, I think a lot of these games, duos is the magic number. I can't get past. Every time two is super manageable. As soon as you put a third person in there,
Who's company?
Shit, all
Freeze
hell
a crowd,
breaks
isn't
loose.
it?
Exactly. It's an odd number.
Unless someone's hiding, obviously. There's not much of a crowd if someone's miles away from everyone.
3 is the magic number.
If you're all playing together and communicating as a team, then it's fine. We were playing and this fucker just disappeared, didn't he?
Yeah.
Off he went, doing his own thing. You think, oh, okay. Well, that's
Who is
just
that?
us 2 then.
Oh, it's some rando.
It wasn't that.
Oh, rando. It wasn't me.
No. But that's going to be good. That's one of them games I think that's going to be good. Private matches are brilliant. But the only trouble with that is I've put all the hours in and unlocked all the shit. When you play a private map, every single thing is unlocked.
Ah,
Yeah.
So
no,
someone
that's
can just
good.
come and
No, that is good because it doesn't
No,
mean you have a
no.
massive advantage over everybody else.
Yeah, but he wants the
No.
advantage. Just
No,
put
that's
the
no
hours
good for
in.
everyone else. It's no
I've
fun for
put
everyone
the
else.
hours in. I should be running around with a souped up.
Yeah, but that's
M50
no
and leaving
fun
everyone
for
to have a little-
everybody.
That is for me.
Yeah.
Right, we got one guy. We got this lad who we play with called Bully. He plays COD for money, private matches. He is insane. And we played a game. There's 4 of us the other day. We're playing free for all. I got something like 30 kills. One got 20. He got 80 kills. Now that sounds good until you find out he was using a fucking combat knife, and he still got 80 kills. Yep. He is fucking insane, this bloke, mate.
People
we
who are
play with
really
him.
good are
He's
insane.
not going to run away with you for very long, surely.
So he was getting pissed off. Right, I started putting my mines down. So I get 2 of these mines, and then as soon as one blows up, I can put another one down. So there's always 2 on the map. So I'd put a proximity mine down and to coax him in, because on free for all you can see where people are all the time. So I coax him in, and he would come out. Oh fuck it, kill me with a mine again, right? So then he realised he could just jump over them. So I started putting one down, and then 10 foot in front of it, put another one down. So he'd jump over the first one and land on the second one and kill him. That's the only way I could kill him. I could be watching him, right? There's one thing. There was 3 of us in the game playing him. One lad had revive or whatever it's called, self-revive. So, and we watched it was the last kill of the game as well. So we watched it. Bully comes flying in. He was using a gun. This is on Farm 18, Dave, on that map.
Yeah.
You played on that one?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So he shoots one guy who's got revive up the end of the map. He downs him. He turns round. But this is free for all, so we're all shooting each other. It's not team based. He shoots one. He gets downed because he's got this fucking revive thing. He turns round. He shoots me. He jumps up on a building, shoots third player, then turns around and shoots the other fucker on the floor who just revived himself. How?
Young
Insane.
and good.
He is young. He's only 23. So, but yeah, and he's on PC, but he uses a controller. He's got a scuff controller. Cost him
Cheat.
300 quid.
Cheat.
That's what we're saying, mate. He's running around the map. You can see this little red dot, fucking going around the map 3 times quicker than everybody else. And I'm thinking, all right, he might be quick turning round, he might be quick jumping, but he shouldn't be able to run 3 times faster than everybody else.
Those perks, mate. Got them perks.
Well, anyway, so we've been having a lot of fun playing that in the evenings, but you don't rank up or anything on them.
No.
So it's almost like pointless playing sort of. But it's bloody good. But get on the DMZ. It's free. It's free, Fraser.
Yeah, you can get in the DMZ. I had a quick go with Dave, but I need to get.
You did, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. The first week it
Yeah.
came out, I was on there for one game.
You
I was
can
probably
get
drunk.
Get the old PUBG vibes back. Get on just buggering about.
There is a bit of downtime, isn't there? There is a bit of fuck around time on
Yeah.
DMZ. And then there's that potential to be like, you're fucking around and then someone rolls up. It's a bit like Hunt. You get that in Hunt.
Yeah.
Right.
You're fucking around, having a
But
good
you
old
can hear
crack,
it,
and then all
yeah.
of a sudden it gets shit
And then
goes
all
down.
of a sudden a truck comes up. Yeah, there's 6 people in the fucking thing. Yeah.
Well, if it's free, then yeah, it
Good.
should be. Well, we should take a
Yeah.
look.
It's a
Still
good game.
crossplay.
It's definitely
Oh, gosh, yeah.
yes, and Discord.
And
chat.
Discord is integration with the
Yes.
Xbox.
Discord is very good because Xbox
Yeah.
has got it's almost like a separate thing.
I got rid of the toilet, so hopefully everyone's not crying anymore.
We tried to chat in game, didn't we, Filch? Like what?
Yeah, that's
and
horrendous.
it wasn't
in-game
working.
chat.
And then Filch was like, "Oh, hang on, just go on Discord." So all right, I was like, "Yeah, you just pressed something on Xbox that said Discord,
It's just
chat."
like party chat. Instead of going to party chat, you go Discord chat, and when you click on it, it brings all your chat channels from all
Any
your
servers you're
Discord
in.
servers. Fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Get it on PlayStation, and then we're there, aren't we? We're there.
Check it out.
You're not going to buy it, Dave? No, Neil, you're not going to buy it.
COD? Nah, I'm not going to buy it. No, I've got fucking too many other things on the go to be buying that. I know it's probably been on sale recently, or is still on
But
sale.
when you get your
Yeah.
new special internet, you can download DMZ super quick. And then you can
I've
go
already
play.
got
I think
DMZ,
that's only-
thanks. I've already got it
That's only about
downloaded.
6 gig anyway. It's a tiny little file.
I'll download
yeah.
Warzone 2.
600.
I've got Warzone 2, so I've got DMZ and Warzone 2 downloaded via Steam.
Yeah. I would say it is still a bit buggy, certainly in the menus. I found out. I said you can't see. Sometimes you can't see your loadouts when you're in the lobbies, so you can't adjust things and mess about. But I've realised what's happening now, Dave. When you're in multiplayer, it shows you the Warzone loadouts.
Yeah.
Of course, that's what you want.
No, because you can't adjust the multiplayer
No.
loadouts. While
Until you're in
looking at
game, and it's a really
Yeah.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure they'll sort it out. There's a couple of other things. Some of the dailies, a particular battle rifle that I've been using to try and do the dailies. It turns out it doesn't log any of the kills.
Yay!
So I have to choose a different fucking battle rifle to one that I like using just to do a daily.
So it's got. I did see
it's all
someone
only-
say about an M13. Is that in the game? Is it the M13?
X13, they're
X13.
pistols.
Oh
Yeah,
no, there was an M13 back in
X12.
COD 4.
There's an X and a 12.
There was like a single
X13
shot,
and a
high
12,
caliber,
I
like
think.
rifle. It was like a
Okay, yeah, probably.
what do you call it? A DMR type of rifle in COD 4, and you used
That's
to fucking,
marksman rifle.
yeah, you used to fucking slap people. That was great. I loved that.
There are some of them, as usual. There's just some guns that are so OP, everybody's using them. Just
Like the M4, apparently.
M4
Like
is
the starter
unbelievable.
gun. Yeah.
Yeah.
The gun that everybody
Yeah.
starts with.
The
It's
starter
always
gun
the
is the
best
most
gun.
OP gun.
Yeah, that's
Well, at
why
least it's not a
that's
game
only
gun
one
you
I
have to
haven't-
pay like 25 quid extra for.
No,
But you can do, and then
Everything.
get a really
You can.
upgraded version of it.
Oh, well, they're doing because they do all these packs, don't they? Where you buy, you spend your COD points on. They're doing football players. There's a
Yes.
Messi one. There's a Neymar one.
Neymar plays PUBG. Everyone knows that.
Well, he's fucking.
He's licensed
still
himself
taking
into
$1
COD.
from- Yeah,
He's sold his face
Yeah.
to COD, yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, it's good. I mean, obviously, I always fucking play it, so I'm not going to say it's shit.
All right.
I think that's it. That is all I've played. So move along.
Okay.
Can't believe you haven't played a load of Game Pass nonsense.
I
Dave,
told
do you wanna-
I've got them stacked up.
It's going to chip in every now and again.
Oh, I did
No,
play that.
I haven't. No, I literally haven't played any. I've got them all on there. Some of the ones that Dave's got on here. Soccer Story. I'm assuming that's the same as Golf Story.
Well,
It's-
I've
except it's
never
Soccer
played.
Story.
Golf Story on the Switch.
I've never played Golf Story.
Are we talking
Soccer
about
Story.
Soccer Story now? Should we go on to
Soccer Story.
since you
Let's go
mentioned
into Soccer Story. Soccer Story.
Soccer Story. That's that rarely heard of dinosaur.
Yes.
I
Sorry.
have played both, actually. I played
Oh,
Soccer
yeah.
Story this week. Yeah, I didn't put it on my list because I only
Ooh.
played it for about 5 or 10 minutes, but I got to the point in it where you get the ball and stuff like that. So I got a feel for it.
It's a
And
good
it's
time
like-
of
and
year
it
to release
seems-
a game like this, isn't it?
Yep. But it does seem like, if you've played Golf Story, then this is a similar sort of thing. It doesn't look as though it's going to be extremely difficult. It's just busy work with a story.
A soccer
Yeah.
PG.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very RPG light game where you have control of a soccer ball. It's a magic soccer ball that you can generate, and I guess it's like Golf Story, and you have a golf club and you can generate golf balls at your sort of feet, and you go around, you complete things, you find hidden goal posts, and you score goals or hit just targets around, and then you complete missions for people. They need people finding, and surprise, the thing that you need to do is hit a ball against something to release it with people.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's a nice RPG. is on Xbox Game Pass for PC. I've played 4 or 5 hours of it. There is actually football games that you do play, but it's a very basic.
Is it like Emlyn Hughes International Soccer on the Commodore 64?
I'm
You
not
wouldn't
sure
know
of
that.
that.
You
Is
wouldn't
it
know that,
like-
Dave.
Is it like Italia 90 on the Mega Drive?
Ooh, no, I could. Yeah, it's there. It's like that. But
Sensible soccer.
It's more like it's a little bit more than that. But anyway,
Sensible soccer. I
it's
used to
8-3,
fucking hate that. I never get the ball. Fucking ball used to just disappear, didn't it?
In what?
Sensible
In
soccer.
sensible soccer. As soon as you
Oh.
change direction, the fucking ball went the other way. At least with Italian 90, it stayed on your foot.
No, it's like an 8-bit sort of football game style. So Italian 90, yeah, I can see that. So yeah, and you upgrade your player by doing busy work for people. Yeah, it's a fun soccer related free game.
Is it for kids?
Yeah,
for
Oh,
everyone. I think it would be
There's
better
no
on the.
cock and balls in it.
I wish this was on the Switch. That I was playing it on the Switch. This would be perfect for the.
I'm sure
This
you
would
can
be
play it on the
amazing.
Switch if you want to
I'm
pay for it.
assuming it must be it must be the same people, is it? Who make
No,
it?
it's not actually. I checked. It
Is it
isn't.
not?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. It's almost a blatant rip-off, right?
Yeah.
Of the same.
So
sort
they're
of
not
thing.
moving the
Of golf,
goalposts.
are you
for this
talking
one,
about
then?
Golf
Hey!
Story?
So,
You're comparing it to Golf Story still. Is that what you're saying?
yeah.
He's here every week, folks. Oh wait, no, he isn't.
No, he's not.
Well, no.
So yeah, that's it's a fun little game, fun little RPG. It's fine. 9
It
hours.
doesn't take
apparently,
that long
I
to
think,
complete.
but-
9 hours,
No.
yeah, that's all right.
Yeah. So I've played about half of it. It's fun. It's one of them.
Oh, how many achievements have you got? 9 hours. Can I get 1,000 G's in them 9 hours?
I've got no idea. I don't
think I've seen an achievement pop.
As if you've actually
I've had
played it for
some.
long enough to get an achievement.
I got the football. You'd expect to get it sends you on a quest to go get the football, which I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah,
You think it would something would
yeah.
pop on that one?
Yeah, you think so?
Maybe it did. Oh, actually, I think I turned all notifications.
Dropped a
off, actually.
bollock or something like that as an achievement.
I think
Yeah.
I have dropped it.
I reckon it. Yeah.
The other game I've been playing is Dune Spice Wars, which is a RTS on Xbox Game
An
Pass.
RT, yes.
An RTS. Which
That must be just PC. I didn't see this on
it's probably
console.
yeah. I
It
can
definitely
just
looks like a
I can
PC
imagine.
game.
It's a very much a PC game. It's a really
What
good
the fuck?
RTS. What's going on now?
So I've pressed the wrong button, so I saw it is now.
Getting late at night, mistakes are
Yeah.
happening.
Had a few beers. Pressed the wrong button.
So, Dune Spice Wars is you basically. What I did is I picked a single player game. I chose a faction, one of 5. Standard
Literally looks
game.
like nothing's happening while I'm watching the video.
Yeah, I
which
know.
is
I'm watching
playing.
that as well. It's like literally nothing's happening. Things do happen. So you start off with basically a HQ, and then you've got to take over different towns, and then create a economic sort of standing where you can mine spice, but also have resources to take over other villages and build other things like to have influence or resources to build more buildings, or it's a very economic based RTS.
Does it feel true to the Dune universe? The Duniverse?
So
Brilliant.
I literally just came up with that.
I mean, that just is. I mean,
It's next level.
So-
that was. Yeah,
I've we spoke about this. I haven't read the book, but it feels relevant to the film that's already been released.
Yeah, I think it's very highly linked to the current film, visually at least.
Yes, exactly. Some of the characters I recognise, a lot of the art style of the the sort of the place and the actual like armies and the ornithopters, basically the helicopters, but they're
You remember
dragonfly.
far more about this than I do. I just literally sitting here thinking, I watched this film, and I'm not sure I can really remember that much about it.
But yeah, and a lot of this. So my first foray into the Dune universe was
The
Dune,
Juniverse.
the Duniverse, as Neil has coined it, was the original game, Dune, which was then on the Amiga, I think it was, where it was basically it was like Command and Conquer with spice, and then Command and Conquer came along and made it a much
Literal
better game.
spice.
Yeah, literal spice. And then sort of spice was just used for the currency for everything, and you had to mine as much as possible and use spice to like the whole premise of everything you was building was based on the spice. So, but this
Was
game
that
was
like
actually,
your Tiberium
yeah,
from Red Alert? Yeah, spice was
exactly.
your Tiberium kind of thing.
Yeah. Command and Conquer completely ripped it off, but made it better. And then Command and Conquer became.
Oh, so hang on. So what? Dune became out before Command and Conquer?
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, Command and Conquer completely ripped off the whole RTS from Dune, the original Dune.
Right.
Yeah. So, but this game is really, it looks really good. I've played a couple of hours of it. It's not a quick game. Like I've played about 5 hours probably. Last day or two.
This is a late night game, is it?
This is a like
Day game.
strategize. Yeah, this is a strategize. Well, it was a single player normal game. Pick a faction. Everything normal. Yeah, you're not talking a quick sort of matchup. You're not talking a sort of a mission based sort of campaign. You're talking the whole map. Everyone's in there, and you've got five different ways of winning economically, taking all over
Right.
all of the
An
factions.
RTS civilization type of game.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So, I don't think is as involved as Civilization. Like, you're not talking like 30 or 40 hours per campaign, but it's not a quick thing.
It depends on how
It's-
good you are at civilization. I'm
well,
guessing 30, 40 hours.
depends. Yeah. But yeah, it looks good. It functions really well. I had no problems playing it. I really enjoyed
Can you
playing
multiplayer?
it. There is multiplayer.
Hang on, sorry, that was the crux there. I missed. Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, I enjoy it. Yeah,
Okay.
it's good. But it's a constant balancing act of, have I got the right resources for the things that I want to do? And am I and am I and
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
for God's
Yeah.
sake, and am I working towards a win goal?
Well, you're not
there's
sure that you are working towards a win goal while you're doing stuff. Like, you could be doing something that might be no benefit whatsoever.
Yeah, possibly. You could be not working towards the goal that you want to do. So like pretty early on, a lot with these games is you think, okay, well, I want to take over everybody. That's the goal of what I want to do. But like, you could go down a rabbit hole of not working towards that and working towards the economic or the political win goals. But you've got to min max. You've got to actually no, I've got to put all my resources into making bigger armies or stronger armies, or not fucking setting up these spies to do this other thing, because that actually doesn't matter. You just want the armies to steamroll your enemies. So yeah, there's a lot to think about, and there's a lot to do, and it does seem a very deep and interesting game with lots of different sort of moving cogs. But yeah, No, it's a good game. It's on Steam. It's on not on Steam.
It is on Steam, but I think
It is on Steam, but it's on Game Pass. So fucking, if you got Game Pass, go and play it on Game Pass. It's a great game.
Cool.
On there for that.
I think I might have downloaded it amongst the Game Pass games that I just went click, 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 and downloaded.
Yeah, it's definitely one to what if you fancy a bit of RTS. Yeah, I had some sort of bit of nostalgia for some of the older the original Dune and Command and Conquer, but yeah, it's a big old campaign, so get ready for that. And that's it from me.
All right. Okay. I just had a thought, right? If you were in computers or whatever, and you were trying to recruit people to join the industry, you could use this following catchphrase: "Check IT out."
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. That was awful.
I win.
Hey, you know what? Folks. He hasn't even been drinking. He's got no excuse.
Who's next?
Oh, can I just ask a question there, Fraser? Because you have just do that shuffling with your show notes again. Right. Is the reason we've lost our wonderful header because
Yes.
you don't want to keep printing colour out?
Correct.
Okay, carry on.
It's me and ye.
Yeah.
Don't
think
use that.
I played more of that Temetsi.
You didn't
I
put that
carry
up.
on
You
playing
didn't
that. That's
put
the
that on there.
Minesweeper game. We don't need to talk about that, except I've had my head being fried
Busted.
by a couple of puzzles this week, but it's still been great. I did try a game called Alba. This was free on Epic. Neil was with me when I was playing this.
I thought this was on Game Pass. Was it free on Epic?
No, this was free on Epic.
This is Scotland.
A few weeks ago.
No, Wales. Alba,
no.
We had this conversation. Did we have this conversation while we were playing?
No. Alba is Scotland.
Is it?
No.
No. Yeah, it is. It's what the Gaelic's called Scotland.
We're gonna have some live.
Yeah.
Googling
anyway, I don't know why.
Anyway,
what Alba? I think
talking.
Alba was the name of the girl in this. Anyway, it's got nothing to. Anyway, so the story. This is just basically a small game. You are this girl who grows up with a love for wildlife, and you go and visit your grandparents, and they give you a phone, and you basically have to go around the island taking pictures.
Good.
Of the animals and discovering. What did Dave say?
BBC Alba is a Scottish Gaelic language free to air public broadcast. So blah blah blah. So
okay.
yeah.
It's quite cutesy. I was watching
Pokemon?
it, and I know Neil. Well, is it what? Is it like Pokemon? I guess it. I don't know. I don't even know what the point of it is. I mean, I went through probably the first.
Because you haven't played more than the 10 minutes that you played last week. Is basically.
Well, I played I sat through the opening where it goes through the story and sets the sort of scene for the world, and then we got to the island or wherever it was we were. Grandpa gave me his phone. Neil was making pedophile jokes all the way through the time I was trying to play.
As if I'd do
It
something
was
like
disgraceful. And then they sent me off to go photograph some. I had to collect some people, didn't I? First, and then to save a dolphin on the shoreline. I don't know. I don't know whether this game is for kids. I guess it is for kids, or whether I could just lose. It's not a terrible game. It just seems quite cutesy. Anyway, check it out.
No, don't.
I don't even worry.
Just play it.
Just play it. You should just play it.
It's on Game Pass. It's free.
It's not. It's on Epic.
Oh yeah, it's not. It was free. It's not anymore.
If you downloaded it, play it.
If you got it while it was free, it was free. If not, you'll have to pay for it. Sorry.
I mean, I'd probably say if you've got it, don't play it anyway.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I haven't played it since.
Yes, I think that's telling.
But I think some people would like this. I started to play that Somerville game. I've got that downloaded. I need to go back to that, but I lost my patience with it. I honestly admit, I started playing that Somerville game, And the opening scene where the car is driving there at a shitty 15 frames per second, and then
What were
it
you playing
starts
this
off on my Xbox, and then it
Okay.
sorted itself out. It was really rough, and then it was
Mate,
fine
it looks
when the game
gorgeous. It
started.
looks gorgeous.
Yeah,
on my,
but
on my
anyway,
PC anyway.
What's this?
it's called
Somerville.
Somerville. Neil was raving about it last week.
Oh,
Said he
I
finished
wouldn't
it.
say I was raving about it. I said if you
Well-
liked Inside and Limbo, you might like it because it was the guy who started that studio.
Yeah. Anyway, I went to give it a crack of the whip, and I must admit, the first first 5 minutes of it being in it, it's a huge, long introduction, and I was like, I don't think Neil knows me, right?
Right.
But
5 minutes is a long introduction, is it? Sorry, what? 5 minutes of your fucking life is a long time.
Mate, I am long gone. I have not
Jesus
got the
wept.
attention span for
Yeah.
that, and it
You
wouldn't
must be
let me
on
skip
borrowed
it.
time.
Well, it wouldn't let me skip it. So
You don't
I-
need to fucking skip it. The whole thing takes
didn't.
like 4 and a bit hours.
Oh, it was too much.
I would have skipped it, Phrase, don't worry.
I know you would have.
You wouldn't,
Son. Don't
'cause you
play
can't.
this. So yeah. Anyway, I didn't get on with Somerville, but that's pretty much it. Apart from that, just been playing tons of Hunt this week.
We're not
The
talking
highs
about
and the
that.
lows of Hunt. I had a
We've already
brilliant
gone
game
long, so
yesterday.
we can't talk about it. Sorry, bye.
Yeah, well, we won't talk about Hunt, but we will talk about my 4-kill gank yesterday, which was just phenomenal.
No, we're
with
not
Defo.
talking about that.
All right, let's move on. You're up, Neil.
Right. I play Gran Turismo. I've been doing the missions. I'm not going to talk about it too much. As in, that's all I'm talking about. I've not played many games because of my fucking eye problems this week. I played some Hunt, not a lot. I ain't played many games this week. Oh, what I have done
Is
is
that
go back.
Apple eye problem, is it?
Apple eye.
Is it the latest thing? Yeah, an Apple eye problem.
Apple. No.
Carry on.
Anyway, what I've gone
You've
back
thrown
to
him there, haven't
earlier
you?
today.
That
Earlier
corker.
today. Shush. I played a game that I played a while back. I ain't played for a long time, but I know it's going to come up in Game of the Year
Inscription.
discussions. Not Inscription. I finished that game.
Oh.
Not like other people. It's a game called Tunic, which I started playing
Oh,
again
God.
today. This is on Game Pass. This is on Game Pass. It's not on Epic. It's on Game Pass.
It is on Game Pass. We've all
And-
played this, haven't we?
I
Phrase,
binned
have
it
you
off.
tried it?
I didn't like it.
Oh,
Yeah, just walking around doing
Nah,
fucking shit stuff.
I've got.
Not knowing.
I'm ready to get back into this. This is my next meaty game that I'm going to fucking play, I think. People were liking it to the old original Zeldas. It's like an isometric view.
Not me.
You're a little fox guy walking around in this isometric kind of good, nice looking. It reminds me of that Death's Door that I played a lot and finished and enjoyed a lot. It's a bit like that for me. And I didn't
It's
play
no
loads of it
Alba.
this week. It's definitely no Alba. It's good. So I'm still very early. I rang a bell. I need to ring another bell. I'm on my way to ring a bell. So I'm really fucking early in the game still. But yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Plays nice. The combat is tricky. You can easily get yourself screwed up. You've got. I assume you get that one of those, like, the further you go, the more you can upgrade your health and stuff like that. But there's this whole sort of side bit where there's an instruction manual that you gradually unlock, like an old fucking manual from the 90s, like a N64 game or something like that, which will help you understand things as you progress through the game. I haven't unlocked loads because I'm really early, and a lot of the game is hidden off by a secret runic looking language, which is probably out there on the internet, but I haven't looked it up. But
You know what
Yeah.
you should do?
check it out.
Look it up.
I am going to be playing a bit more of this anyway. I know Lord played this and really liked it, and I know it can get a bit tricky, but I think it's probably rewarding. So I am going to crack on over the next week or so with this and see how far I get.
Well-
I've got another game as a backup if I don't get on with this. But like I say,
What's
it
that?
looks beautiful. Judgment I bought on the PS5 for £13.99 during Black Friday. It's a bit
I
of
don't
a
know what that
Yakuza.
is.
It's a Yakuza spin-off, so
Uh,
I'm looking forward to cracking on with that as well.
I'm actually excited for Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga dropping on Game
Lots of
Pass.
stuff coming to Game Pass, isn't it?
It has been a long time since I got into a Lego Star Wars game. I think my body is ready.
What about Monster Hunter Rise?
Oh yeah, that's coming in January.
Monster Hunter games always promise and they never deliver to me.
I
just can't.
think they deliver for a lot of people. That's for
They
sure.
absolutely do, but the amount of times I can't even tell you. I've bought Monster Hunter on iPad. I've bought Monster Hunter on PlayStation. I've bought Monster Hunter on Xbox. Monster Hunter every platform I've bought, rented. Well, yeah, because Monster Hunter on iPad is super high rated. I think.
Is it? Ugh, sounds horrible.
There's quite in the last week or so. I think 2 or 3 interesting things have popped onto Game Pass. I've got
to play the Warhammer game. Is that on Xbox as well
Warhammer?
as PC? Warhammer?
No, it's not. Warhammer?
Warhammer?
Been listening to
Not lately.
Minutes, have you?
Not lately. Warhammer.
Oh, what about come on, you're the racing man. Need for Speed.
That's not a racing game.
Speed.
Have you seen it? It's not a racing game. It's not Gran Turismo, is it?
No,
when you do a
good
jump, you
racing
get
game.
these cartoon wings fly next to your car. That's not a racing game.
Oh, have you not played your 10 hours of
No, I
free
haven't.
game then?
I haven't downloaded it. I've got too many other things. Too many things.
Yeah.
Like this, not every Kingdom Hearts game's hit PlayStation Plus this week. The last month, I'm not playing it. Not fucking.
Those old games, they're not that great.
I'm not playing anything. Don't.
You know what? I'm gonna just say, shall we call that a show? Because we're at
just
2 and 3/4 hours here now. So
it's a long show.
It's a long show. It's a long show. No, nothing to apologize for. It's good to have you back, Pilch. I'm sure I speak for everyone when it was
I'm not
nice.
sure now. It's fucking nearly 1 o'clock. I remember why.
You love it. You love it. Okay, so it's nice to have you back and good to see you. Dave, do you want to do your bit?
I will do my bit. I would like to say thank you for listening to the Seal Podcast. If you'd like to ask us questions or get involved, please contact us either on Twitter at Seal Podcast, email us at sealpodcast@gmail.com, or join us on our Discord server. A link is pinned on Twitter. We have YouTube and Twitch channels which we upload and stream to regularly. Neil, do you want to do a shout out for chat?
Okay, we've had. I'm going to use first names where I know. Mark. Arnie is not his first name, but Arnie is Arnie. Where else have we got? Who else? Lord was here. Mintsafe and Cullum and Mark again with his alias and Baron von Glower. Thank you very much for joining. All and sundry.
Good. Okay. All right, everyone. Thanks very much for joining us then. And maybe next time we'll talk about some video games in depth. So long.
Maybe.
Thanks,
guys.